on no
Yeah, I was
bullshit.
about to say she already know. Like, yeah, it might be a minor bullshit, but they're getting treated well in the overall spectrum. Nothing where it's like, oh my god,
We live.
oh my god.
Shador,
Shador.
he QB2, dog. Leave it alone.
Shador.
Shit there. Who did it? Who said that? Rick Ross, right? Did this shit there. Did
Shit, yeah.
this shit there.
You wanna know something? Wanna know something?
Live.
Yeah.
Yep.
I still ain't seen a quarterback in college football right now better than two.
The Shador?
Like right
Now,
now, this
right
season.
now, this season, or at all.
Nope.
But they'll never acknowledge that and make it real to be all they he beat no ranked teams, be all that type of shit.
Like I ain't seen a thrower of the football better than two.
I don't think you ever saw him have a bad game in college, except for the BYU game, the BYU
That's where he threw
bowl
like two
game last
picks.
year. He took bad sacks in that
Skill
game too.
Bucks.
But they had 3 out of the 5 offensive linemen off an already terrible line hurt and not playing in that game.
Crable View back home.
Dylan Gabriel out here checking the fuck down all day. He only threw 4 passes 10 yards or further. And not gonna lie, bro, Texas Tech in real life might be the best team in college football right now. They fucking that 48 billion that nigga sold that oil company for it and invested into that football team. They getting every 5-star in the 2027 class, motherfucker, and they beating the shit out of niggas on the field. They the only team that haven't played a close game yet. They beating niggas by 24 points a game, bro. And they got it all. They got a starting quarterback that just got hurt again, and the backup better than the starting quarterback. Like they loaded, bro. They brought all the best pass rushers in from like the from ACC and the ACC and the Big 12. They brought all the best D linemen in from the portal and shit. Like you can't move the ball on them at all. Their secondary all back. They all like Bop had a senior team that could have won some shit in year 1. He could have did what Arizona State did. But with that being said, we are locked in right now. Back at it right now. 2028, Max. That came upon fast right now, man. 4 years in. The conversation of the day is, where's your program at 4 years in? Who's been programming? You know what I'm saying? Like, what teams is out here programming still? 4 years in, when you look at your roster, are you looking at something you proud of, or are you looking at something you like want to bitch about when you look at other niggas' roster? Like, damn, man, hell no. Especially when you got total control over your build. My case in point, Shoguns had no idea that you could edit, upgrade and edit your players, like through training results and shit. That them players get points and you can actually put them where you want them to put them at. Which turns teams into high 90s right away. And Corey was one of the guys that realized it after this offseason. Oh my God, my team crazy looking now off these upgrades. Yep. And then now, so when you're looking at a nigga that's sitting on a 99 across the board, you know why they sitting on that 99 across the board. And it's not a team in the league that I haven't went through and put real life players on their football program from the real life high school classes, right? So everybody is sitting comfortable right now. Now, with that being said, when you look at your roster, are you looking at something that you can sit back and enjoy and really want to get on this game and play every day? Or are you looking at it like, what the fuck? It's a couple guys in this league looking at it like, what the fuck? And you start to see them starting to get harder and harder for them to get on the game, to play the game. What up, Lil Dev? My boy, Lil Devin, man. Shout out to my little young man, Devin, man. I know school started back up for you, man. You in classes doing your shit. You ain't fucking around, right? That's my guy. Devin be on every show. That's my guy, man. I'm his uncle. I'm his Uncle Ant. Uncle Ant in the building. Young Dev. But Max, when we talk about these football programs, I'm in a let's get out of schedule right now and let's start talking football right now.
Yeah, let me just throw one more hot dot into bow time from bow time.
Bow time? Shit, it's quarterbacks all over the country right now that I'm going there first. Fuck that. Let's go to depth
You know,
charts.
you heard the Eagles lost by the Giants.
Yes, man, I ain't hear it. I saw it, man. I was upsetting because my whole family Eagle fans. I did not like that. And my Ravens
Oh,
is looking
belt
like dog
ass
shit too.
Giants. G-man up, baby.
All right, starting quarterbacks in the country this year that's starting for either starting for their first time on another team because they came from the transfer portal, or they're starting for the first time. Period. We're gonna find out if there's any true freshmen in the country that we need to pay attention to going forward. But Jared Curtis, he's still in the SEC, Max, and at Georgia. I don't understand why this player decided to leave Georgia after having these type of seasons. And his true freshman year, Jared Curtis had 159 QBR, 4,344 yards, thrown 36 touchdowns, 16 interceptions as a freshman, 61 completion percentage. He moved that up to a 62 completion percentage and threw for 4,358 yards, 35 touchdowns, 16 ITs as a sophomore. But he is now on Alabama's roster starting at quarterback right now. And through 2 games, 238.2 QBR, 651 throwing, 8 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 64%. So he's at his highest completion percentage and his highest yards per attempt right now as well on his Alabama
You got your
roster.
share play on? Yep.
Yep.
Perfect.
Talk to me about you got the shit. Talk to me about this, Max. Jared
Go
Curtis.
back over to his stats.
Gotcha.
I will say, if I had to guess why this guy got the fuck up out of Georgia, my highest guess is championship contender.
Yep. Want to
Georgia
win.
just seems to he finishes the season pretty bad, keeps them reeled in for the first couple of weeks, and then they kind of stall out. But it's very, very consistent numbers. Like this is eerily consistent.
He was talking to Alabama's Crimson Tide's paper, and he told them he he chose Georgia to win a title, and he felt like they wasn't giving him the chance to win a title. Uh, and without saying it out loud, he talked about coaching and he talked about development. And you know, anytime a kid talk about I went to the transfer portal because I wanted to be developed, and he played really well at Georgia, and he's looking for development and playing for a national title. So he hit the
I will
portal.
say, I will say, in between Alabama always having a chance up until the last couple of weeks every year, or in the playoffs the last couple of years, they definitely at least send quarterbacks to the league. So
And that's the
it's
other
kind of a
part
two
to
for
it.
one. Yeah, it's a 2 for 1 here going to Alabama. I can see
And
it.
they got good NIL money. And the other part
Hmm.
to it is if you think about a kid that wants to stay in the SEC, right? Conference prestige mattered to him, and he want to stay in the SEC. If he's not going to Oklahoma, right? What other schools in the SEC could he have went to that didn't already have a guy, right? Uh, do you start to narrow that choice down and like, wait, man, because we know Alabama got guys. They had a guy, but they had their guy that played last year and went to the NFL. So uh, I can see why he chose this destination. Let me go here. I know they got dogs already at the quarterback position, young guys on the roster, but I'm gonna take my talent there and think I can win that job because the track record of Alabama is they show any quarterback that come in the building has the opportunity to fight for the starting job. Like they have no loyalty to their quarterbacks. So with Jared coming over as a true junior, I think he a one and done guy. If he go out and have a season that he want to have, you won't see him on Alabama's roster next year. I think it's a one play stop, knowing that he can go right to the NFL and be a high draft pick in the NFL, and be the guy over here for a season and try to get it done
I think
right,
that's exactly what we're finna see is one and done.
one and fucking done. But how you like the move though? How you like Jared Curtis going to Alabama?
From Jared Curtis standpoint or from Alabama standpoint.
Both.
Um, This is depth chart. Can you go to his like quarterback roster? Because you know the depth chart don't be having all the players.
Jared Curtis, 96 overall junior. Keelan Russell, redshirt junior, 90 overall. Kevin Stabler, the legacy quarterback, is a junior, 88 overall. They bought in Raphael Bandy from Stanford. They bought in Deron Coleman last year in the portal from Miami. And then A.J. Brown has been around. So they got 6 quarterbacks.
I mean, all right. So from Curtis' standpoint, I think this was probably extremely smart, just because he wouldn't really. He's only worried about the top two guys, Russell and Stabler. I think
Hmm.
everybody else is just well below him, um, in the talent wise and the ratings and the abilities. But I will say, maybe based off of just like the actual success, depends on really what he was fighting for. Shot at the NFL, championship contender, mix of both with NIL, maybe a little bit of an overpay. Like he knows that Alabama's been trending towards quarterbacks are hopping around with them, so I just wanted to cash in his big cash in. And Bama wasn't going to be the one that was definitely willing to pay.
But was there a
Um,
conversation had? If I come here, am I starting? Or was it this? You come here and you earn the starting quarterback job. You'll have a shot to be the starter if you go out there and earn it. Or was it any guarantees here?
mm, I feel like the fact that they were looking was already enough for Curtis to know that he just has to show that he's not like a bust and he can take the job.
Yeah, because over the last since season one, there's been portal guys that came in and got the starting job for Alabama.
Over these two quarterbacks right here,
Yeah,
yeah.
Kevin Stabler, Kenny's grandson, started as a true freshman, and then from there, there's been quarterbacks from the portal being as starters over here for Alabama. So I don't think that it was a conversation had of, come here, we starting you, you the guy. I think it was come here, we got the NIL around you, we got the team already, and you've been a great quarterback at Georgia. You haven't been in the playoffs over there, where we are a playoff team every year, and I think we can get you. You can get us over that hump of early exits in the playoffs. Like you can literally get us past round two in the playoffs if you come here, and I think that sold me. I don't see how you see it any other way but that. Like, you know what? This team has been in the playoffs, and I've been playing on a team that hasn't been in the playoffs, and I've been playing lights out. And to be honest with you, that don't help my draft stock being on a team that's not a playoff team, even though I'm playing great football. But if I can get in the playoffs and I'm getting eyes on me that I wasn't getting on me sitting at
Let's go.
Georgia, and that should have take us to a level of first
Even
round
if we
talent.
lose in the even if we lose in the offs, at least I'm in the offs.
Right.
Then they'll say, "Oh, it's a team sport. It's a team sport."
Hmm.
So I say it, but from an Alabama standpoint, I feel like yeah, we just playing with kids. Like pause, no Diddy, like no R. Kelly, no Robert, really no Robert, not no Diddy. Um, but like we playing with these young men lives, man. Like you got Stabler over here, like just over here growing grays, motherfucking. All the memes now. Russell done did about 5 years. He about to be a COVID baby. Like this shit ridiculous over here, man. Like these niggas been in the locker room so long, they motherfucking they just don't even move. They don't even move out they shit. They just go ahead and just keep they shit there in the off season. Like they moving from
But you
one off
gotta you,
season.
you you gotta really think like this. Like just think about this. Russell played year one for them. Did he do anything wrong not to be able to come back and play year two? Now we did. They said he was nursing an injury that they really didn't talk about a lot, and that's what put the red shirt on him. But just think about what he
Man,
did in year
imagine
one
from
for them.
being imagine being like toy with like that. Like imagine having like a Caleb Williams, because this is what I'll compare it to statistically with the picks and interceptions. A Caleb Williams type year, Caleb Williams type exposure. And the next year, all right, like sit down, maybe, like I'm hearing that, nurse your injury, let's smarten up and shit. But then after that, you don't throw over 50 passes. This nigga got the most
But Max, you
taken
got
care of body in the.
you can't ignore this part, right? They treated him like, look, man, we don't want you to hurt your career with this leg injury you had coming into season 2.
Imagine
But
hitting
then
your caps as a freshman.
imagine Kevin Stabler coming into this team, and you know Kenny Stabler is a legend at Alabama, and then you go red shirt and the starting quarterback is Kevin Stabler. Like, how does Russell keep the
I couldn't keep
maturity?
my cool. Like
Yeah,
Hawkins, I felt like is one thing because like Hawkins gotta look himself in the mirror and say some shit like I can't really throw that good. You know, my shit is more gifted. But Russell legitimately can do everything that Stabler can do, everything that Marcel Reed could do last year, everything that Curtis can do this year. It looks a little bit different, maybe feels a little bit different, but he's definitely getting you those same type of results.
and then you sitting down behind a kid that, like, most kids would have been like, I'm
He
out of
never
here.
go better.
They want to play Stabler because of his grandpop and shit. And, you know, I came here as a 5-star. I could have went anywhere in the country and probably be in the NFL at this point. But then he sits down behind Stabler. Stabler plays
No, he can't
outstanding.
look at the numbers while you there.
He played outstanding for him. For them
Are
when
you
he
catching
was a
some of these
starter.
comments?
Yeah, yeah, I hear him. I hear him, but
I ain't
I'm
see
not
it.
gonna let him interfere what we're talking about. I'm trying to get the stats. Stabler had a hell of a year 1 as well. He threw 51 touchdowns, 30 picks, almost 5,000 yards as a freshman. And then we saw that bad playoff game he had against UNC, and he never seen the
And then
field
next
really.
season he doesn't see over 100 attempts, and
987,
then
yeah, like. Uh, but here's the
I
thing,
don't know,
though.
man.
It got to be a science to this shit, right? Because neither one of these guys left and went to the portal. Like, I had a
I just don't
guy.
think their two shits is exactly what matters. And because they pushing out, I'm willing to bet one of them is pro potential because they keep pushing out people. They just keep resetting it.
Hmm.
And then the other one is probably it's Kenny Stabler's just probably playing time because he's the one that keeps seeing the field, but like he's not starting.
Right.
He does keep seeing the field though.
And
So
then they level up again because they brought in another 5-star that Miami let go, and these quarterbacks is flocking to Alabama, bro. Like, when they come out of portal, they're going to Alabama. It's almost like if they want a guy, they getting him. Because even Raphael Bandy, you at Stanford, and I get it, you at Stanford, but you didn't have a bad year at Stanford. My question would be, why was he important to get in the portal? Like, what? Like, was it like he had a solid year as a sophomore?
this
I
to
mean, as
keep
a
this
redshirt
GPA,
freshman.
this keep the GPA good right here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He gonna help your academics for
yeah,
sure.
he raises the
Well,
GPA.
he the type of quarterback that he know he a doctor at the end of all this shit anyway, so he
We
not really
get to
worried
say I
about
was
it.
on the Bama shit. Yeah,
Hmm.
bro. You have a crazy day. You get three quarterbacks hurt or something. Like you might need to run them out. Like
It's something there, right? I
Face
do
with
like the
tears of
fit.
joy, face with
I do
tears of
like the
joy,
fit
face
with
with tears of
Curtis.
joy, face with tears of joy.
Now think about this: your next your top 3 quarterbacks are all juniors, whether they got shirt on them or they regular true juniors right here.
now, what's gonna happen when go down? Russell leaving.
Russell could,
Hear
if I was Russell, I'm
hear me
out.
out.
Like, I'm not
Hear me
staying.
out.
I'm not
Russell's
staying for
leaving.
my
Yeah.
senior year
Hear me out. Russell's leaving and Curtis is leaving. Stabler gonna stay,
and gonna start.
but he gonna start next year. But if
You sure
not,
about
then we go
that? Because they might go in the
portal. You know what
portal
I'm
and grab
saying?
a
Whatever
nigga
the fuck
too.
again. But man, like I just need to know the method behind it. Like I feel like when everybody's moving with such a like we're talking about are your play caller. When everybody makes a move with this beautiful thing we call a quarterback, there's a rhyme and a reason, and it sticks and it either shows or it doesn't show and you bounce up off it. These two names right here, Russell and Stabler, have not been the case, and like I am generally confused on like
Yo,
why.
90% of niggas that have that type of roster are not keep, like, just think about how many guys losing quarterbacks that they didn't want to lose, and he not losing them and getting whoever he want at the same time out of the
He
portal.
keeping two that everybody would play with and then grabbing more, and it's throwing me off.
I had a true freshman that was ready to walk the fuck out the door if Juju stayed. Just think about that. We had to make a decision. Juju Lewis or the 4-star elite Keyshawn Henderson. Which one do we try to bring back? They both of them was trying to get the fuck up out of there. We decided to go with Keyshawn Russell because he had the bigger upside, and he stayed and Juju left. So it was a like Alabama don't go through that. Alabama go sit your ass down. We ain't really gotta give you the reason why you sitting down, but you sitting the fuck down. And when you made Russell feel like, man, y'all only playing Stabler because of his grandpa, and then he come in the next year and they sit him down, that shut Russell right up. Well, it wasn't because of that, because they not even playing your ass. That made them two become closer. Russell and Stabler, they became closer because they like, man, we had to deal with Texas A&M quarterback coming in here and getting them to the playoffs last year, and now they bring in Jared Curtis, another quarterback that was a dog, just wasn't a playoff quarterback. Now he on a playoff roster, and we got to sit back and watch him do his thing for a year. Overall, how do you feel about Alabama and what they doing at quarterback? Listen, I know the coach. And me and him had personal conversations, and it was year one, I got to make this team mine. It's not really mine. And I think year two, he felt that way in a sense too. But like the musical chair is at quarterback, right? Because it's kind of a musical chair at the top of the quarterback room, but like it's still like niggas is sitting in seats because Russell never went nowhere and Stabler never went nowhere over the last 3 seasons, right? But there's always been a
Playing
swinging
musical chair
door
with like we playing musical chair with 1 and 4,
every time, right?
and
So
it's like I guess I'm really just overall I was confused back then. I was told the same thing, like making a team mine. But at what point is it yours, and what does even yours look like? Because we went through Stabler,
I think a big interview would be necessary for
Marcel
USC
Alabama.
Reed,
Trojans.
Ty, Russell,
Hold,
Curtis,
hold it down, Max.
and it's just like, yeah, like I know, like if I'm lining up, or if a bunch of other coaches is lining up with this type of quarterback roster, there's just a layer and a structure to it that just makes a little bit more sense. Um, and the unfortunate part about it is, since we don't hear a lot from the Alabama coach, it leaves it to be a lot of speculation. And people, they have their comments. I'm not the only person to look at Alabama's roster and be like, holy hell, like what's going on here? And then, what I'm saying, we see Alabama make it to the playoffs. That's not really the issue. Went from 0-3 last year to a magnificent run with Marcel Reed, and that started to look like it was a great decision that paid out. But it's like, okay, we went into that situation like that, messing around. Could we have maybe made a difference with building some roster familiarity? Because I'm all for making the
What's the
moves. I'm
culture
all
right now?
for,
The culture. What's the culture,
yeah.
Max? The culture is start. It went first year. It was like they dominated in high school, and then they came out and had a great portal year. But then
Two
since
and three,
then,
it
it's
was
been
like
portal.
run game speed, which is running backs, but like we ain't got no. I think we don't have no identity with the real offense because the quarterback has changed so much.
What's the culture though, right? Like the scheme is one thing. What's the culture in here, right? Like they doing what Dion and Signetti was doing early on when the portal became like portal, and Dion took the Colorado job and Signetti took the Indiana job, and they built their teams through the portal with success. And it seemed like that's Alabama's game right now. Like it's mainly like after they had that great, because they still get top high school guys, they just don't get the high number that they were getting at the year one. And they go crazy in the portal. They got one of the top portal classes over the last 2 to 3 seasons. So what, like, the identity of this football team and culture, is what, right? Like that's that. I mean, only the coach can answer that. But like, if we was trying to think about it overall, because it is a lot of change at quarterback, right? Like they haven't had the same starter more than one season.
Yep.
They haven't had a guy to make it to year two from the quarterback position, and it's not like they don't got dogs.
And it's unlikely to happen this year either. He'll
Yeah,
be
Curtis
another
gonna be
year.
one and done. There's no way he's sticking around. He one and done. And then you got to look at it like this, right? Like, because if you Keelan Russell and you Stabler or even Coleman down at the bottom, you feel like you got a shot at some point, right? But they got 1 year to do something on this roster, right? Because if they don't do it this year, which they're not, next year they'll be seniors if they even come back. Well, if Russell comes back, you got Stabler and Russell coming back as seniors,
As
and
seniors.
Coleman to be a junior. And you know if there's a dog in the portal, they getting them, right? Their track record has shown it. Is it a possibility that one year of film is good enough to get these guys in the league because of their overalls? Maybe that's the
I think
strategy.
it's definitely with the overalls, and then they play in SEC competition from wherever they're coming from. Sometimes if they're coming from a SEC school, just cleaning up that tape overall. But I don't know, man. I just I get that's a service part of a league, like what I'm saying, making sure you do your due diligence, sending guys to the league as a college team. But I think you got to buckle down and really create culture and really
Is
do
that
some of
hurting
this.
him in the playoffs?
Yeah, I definitely think it is. I think it's even hard for the fans to build something upon it and really put like that blood, sweat, tears feeling to each season.
A guy that they can grow with?
Hmm.
Because I can see the attraction for any quarterback to come here because of what the roster look like, right? I can see the attraction for sure. But yeah, we got to get a personal interview with Alabama because we got to get inside the coach's head to find out like what it is. I know we can pick at stuff and getting quarterbacks drafted and keeping that trend going is always going to help your quarterback room for sure, and ways most people don't even know. But I do think like at some point you're gonna have to have some stability there, where we can see a guy for a year to 3 years. Because look at it like this: year one, Johnny Manterra took you to a playoff, didn't win it, but took you to a playoff. Year two, you brought back Jackson Arnold from the transfer portal and won a championship with him. Year three, Michael Hawkins has been on your roster, learning that playbook, learning your system for 2 years straight before he took over in his third season there, right? With a shirt on him with his fourth, and now he's there again, but he's not the starter this year at all. But he was serviceable enough to do what you needed him to do in a year. So Alabama coach can look at you and say the same thing, but the success rate winning the
That's why I
title,
said, but there's a rhyme. That's why I said there's a rhyme to that reason, which is why it was repeated after year one. It was repeated to that, like, because Mateer is already a transfer quarterback, so it was
right?
repeated that first year. Well, started the first year already by nature. Repeated because what I'm saying. There was a scheme to it though. We didn't go out and grab 5, 6. We grabbed one that matched basically our quarterback, but like dumbed down in the run, but better passer. And then, like you said, third year we followed it up, but we already had a plan when we brought in the redshirt freshman that third year. It was just a matter of that last year. It was like same shit. Like I was in the portal, but I was only trying to grab like one quarterback.
Yeah, but you and it was a reason why you was in the portal. Like if you would have landed one of them top quarterbacks from the portal, Michael Hawkins would not have be
Have
able
would
to
have
say I
never
won a
he would,
championship as the
yeah.
quarterback for Oklahoma. But your fallback on was Michael Hawkins the whole time because you got guys out of the portal. You brought in a quarterback
The
out
whole,
of the
yeah,
portal that
I
year.
knew exactly what it was that because I ended up getting Tommy, and I ended up getting another dude where it was like, all right, well, okay, I did get something, but I knew the fallback at the end of the day was going to be a guy that's been there and a guy that I just knew could at least handle the scheme and the culture of what we was as Oklahoma for those first 2 or 3 years.
Who
Now
At
that
development?
that s-
now that
at
we've
that same
seen
time, we brought the quarterback in for the future, and like
right.
I've still yet to see Alabama like settle down and like
The one thing
buy
about college
in.
football, your future is fast, right? We already like you just. It felt like yesterday Stabler and Russell had starts, and was the guy at Alabama, and then all of a sudden they're in their junior years and they haven't really been on the field
Who
since their
develops
first years.
QBs the best in homecoming?
The best
I
of what?
think I think it's more than who develop quarterbacks best because some guys is getting quarterbacks already developed.
Michael
right?
Hawkins was like an
Like
83.
like
It's
like
really it's about the development and the ratings, but like
you would have to
it's
go to
about
LSU, right? They brought in a Cal transfer as a freshman, and then they played him for the until he left. Uh, North Carolina had their quarterback playing since his true freshman year, and he's here back for his senior season. That's a development, right? That's a one quarterback system, a guy that they built around. Um, that's a hard question, bro, because there's a lot of movement with quarterbacks. A lot of guys are losing dogs. A lot of guys had backups that they was waiting once
I'm
their
not
guy
talking
left.
about the portal hoppers. I'm
I would say
talking
there's
about
really
the
only about
homegrown
like three or
talents.
four
Homegrown
homegrown
talent,
talents.
there's only a couple of them. Like I did a good job with Julian Lewis, but he didn't
Your
stay
best
this
one
year.
would really be obviously like Newkirk for real.
hmm Newkirk stayed. Even if he would have stayed 3 seasons, he still gave him 3 seasons and played at a high level.
Yeah, you would probably go like Newkirk, maybe Juju. Um,
What's wrong, Mom? Okay. All right. Let's go to Arizona State. Achilles Smith is not the starter for Arizona State this year. Achilles Smith took him to the second round of the playoffs
see, this is shit I be talking about.
and lost. And Dayton Rayola was on Nebraska's team to follow up after his older brother, and he decided to hit the transfer portal and he took his talents to Arizona State. And now Dayton Rayola is the starting quarterback for Arizona State. Is there a rhyme or reason here?
I don't know, because at first I thought when I added him in the chat, said, oh, like he said something, but I don't know why he really got Dayton. I thought Achilles had left or some shit.
I mean, Achilles was a 79 speed last year. He got him up to an 83, 87 excel. He was serviceable, but he threw the fuck out of the football. He was a really good quarterback last year for this, and I thought he was a perfect fit for this team. Now you're spoiled because you're coming off of who you had year for the first
I,
2 3 seasons, well 2 seasons, and he
I
was
feel like
a
that's
dual
it with the
threat.
mobility.
I
Yeah, a
think
little
that's
bit.
why uh, Dayton is getting the start here because he has better speed, but he doesn't have the better arm right now. Achilles Smith throws the ball better, and I wouldn't be surprised if you're seeing some Achilles Smith still this year as a redshirt junior. We'll see. You know, there's only been one game played.
Nope, because
He
that's
had
last year.
he had 2026, 2027. He hasn't seen the field yet. And Dayton coming off a hell of a first game, right? Like he had a really good game for them. His first game, he threw 426, 6 touchdowns, 2 picks. Was only sacked once. Had a 65 completion percentage. And they up against Texas Tech right now in a conference game. That was
I find
a
that interesting.
championship game last year and a big time game that was only a 3 point win over there. So they ready to go right back at it again. Um, but Dayton Rayola, like we didn't get to see him play at all at Nebraska. I don't think, right? Like I think and maybe he might have played the season at Nebraska. Nah, he didn't play at all. That's why he's still sitting on. That's why he's sitting on his roster, and you don't see no other team on there. But he was a Nebraska player, and he transferred, but he never played it down at Nebraska. And he comes in as a redshirt junior, and again, they still got Achilles Smith here too, so they got two really good quarterbacks to start in their backup, and they got some solid guys behind it as well. They went and got McCauley as well, James McCauley, another portal guy. Uh, but I would beg the question: were they just trying to, get in that top five?
This definitely could have been that, or go back out. What's he labeled? He's labeled a dual threat. Maybe 88 speed, 92 excel, 96 throw power. Maybe they just thought he might be rated a little bit higher. Because if you put him up there where he was rated like around Rayola or something,
Right.
maybe it changes who's the starter. Because you know you can't see butts so much when you're scouting them. So maybe.
I think they just was looking for a better athlete at quarterback over Achilles Smith,
Yeah,
like,
I think
like
I
in that
think those top
situation.
three was the situation. McCarthy and Rayola was the ones you try to get, and then if they don't look as good, you were still gonna play Achilles. But if not, then you play one of the other ones. Because I think the other bottom, I think to fall. I think those bottom two were here last year, and then the freshman obviously he brought in.
Yep, this is a homegrown Austin Carlisle. He's homegrown. I mean, if you want to run your quarterback, he's getting in the game. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
He
I'll
got
go
into the
with
game
that.
this year.
He already been in the game.
Yeah, he got into the game this year. It said 2028.
Yep,
You gotta go to his rushing shit.
rushing stats. Yep, 5 carries, 31 yards. So they
Yeah,
want to really run the ball.
yeah,
That's but see.
14
But then ask
touchdowns
yourself
last
this
year.
though: then what did you really need Dayton Rayola for if Carlisle is your runner with Kelly Smith? Is it more, you know what? If I
I
pick
think it's just a
Carlisle's
lot of
in,
back and forth. Yeah,
yeah, because you
I
could
think
put
because
Dayton in
what's
the game, start Dayton, and he could do all your running shit with quarterbacks, but still throw the ball.
yeah
Homeboy need to grow up and
he
throw
can
part.
play the game. You can put Carlisle in situations. I was about to say because he's a pure runner. He's 5'10". Yeah,
Right,
he's
right.
basically a running back.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see him at running back next season. If he come, like, if he's gonna come back for a senior, he fucking around be in the backfield next year.
I would not be surprised. I'm actually surprised he made it this year, but maybe he wasn't like that beforehand.
All right, Clemson. Clemson goes and get Bryce Underwood. Denton is on this team right now. My question is, there's no way that Bryce ain't the starter over here now, right?
Bryce is definitely the starter.
Bryce becomes the starter over there, and I'm not mad at it, right? I'm not mad at it. 2 games, 575 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. What is he doing in the run game? 11 carries, 34 yards, 2 touchdowns. So he's going to run the ball over here. Bryce is that guy to be able to do both. So I'm not mad at that at all. You got to upgrade. And where did he upgrade at with Bryce? As a passer. So this makes all the sense in the world.
Fats Wild Houston has an Austin
Keeping it
Carlisle
calm. Like,
Fats
look at the
Fast
quarterback
AF2.
room. Keeping it calm. Like, I can say my quarterback room is a little anxious, but I already know like who's playing, and who's the starters, what's what. Keeping it calm. I can respect this. Because then look at the freshman down there just waiting for his turn.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll probably go young and then bring in a transfer portal dude next year and probably some more quarterbacks.
Yep. So I like what Clemson did. They went and got Bryce Underwood out of Michigan. And if I'm Clemson, I think,
And he's funny. He's trying his best.
why
He's
you say
playing a
that?
dangerous game right now. He's got 64 points on him. He's trying to keep Bryce.
They're trying to keep Bryce around.
He's trying to keep Bryce.
That's smart.
If he
Or,
can keep him, it
or
works. But man,
that ain't it. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. Bryce capped the fuck out. Ain't nothing you can do about it.
uh,
Right? So this is why. Remember, I told you I don't understand why Michigan playing their freshman in front of Bryce because of that reason right there. He couldn't do nothing else with him. Right? And you ain't unlocking none of this shit. You need him to go. Look, he needs 76 currently. He needs 84.
damn.
He can't do nothing with those points. I'm the same way with Cam Michael. So I understand that Cam Michael's sitting on that many points too. So really, it's a one and done really for you here because you need somebody else to be a better guy. Like, and you look at this freshman and his ratings. You can develop him, right? Like he got no cap on accuracy, no cap on IQ, elusiveness. He ain't gonna get no faster than 2. Those 2 quicknesses spots right there. So he'll be a solid development, but you're in a situation. And then Denson is sticking around because of what? Because he got no points on Denson, so he's still been using his shit. And he still got
85
plenty of room,
overall.
and he can get to about a 90. He's not going to do
Denton
nothing
to
else
come
at
back next
accuracy.
year and get a fair chance, but accuracy has been locked, so it's just a matter of him becoming more of a threat.
Yeah. And I think Denson's sitting down and watching Underwood throw the football and unlock that part of him. I think he could learn. Like I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this at all. Um, but Bryce is a finished product, which is major crazy because he was the #1 quarterback in the 2025 class. There's no way he should be not being able to get to a 90 overall. All right, Colorado sophomore Keyshawn Henderson. Yeah, he's the guy now. He's the guy by force, right? Because he forced Juju out of there for him to play. And this is a guy that, because he came in with elite shell, he don't got no cap at all. So he could still get faster, smarter, more accurate. A little bit, he can get more throwing power. He came in with that 96 throw power though. And remember he was high 80s
Roll
across
looks
the
like
board.
Ben.
You still can go physicals, right? I do think he's a better thrower though. He's a better and honestly, the Road Dog adrenaline fan favorite. It sucks that you can't get the mentals to go up to silver or gold.
Go up.
Like
Yep.
because if those shits was that, bro, he'd be dangerous. But he's the better thrower, and we had to make that decision, right? Like, but I'll tell you this: if we had we'd have got a quarterback out of the portal that had a high overall that was ready to go to the NFL, Julian Lewis probably still be on his roster, and then we still lose this kid in a sense, right? So like we made a decision to go with the better quarterback with the higher upside, and we're gonna see how that's gonna take us, right? Because he was an 81 overall, 82 overall as a freshman, and he's now 91. And then he opened up his physical, so he already had gold dot, and he had silver and mobile resistance, and now we had downhill gold, extender gold, option king silver, gold dot with platinum mobile resistance. So he can give you some shit in the physical ability stuff, and the mentals is there. We played Tennessee on the road, and we didn't have as much problems as we had on the road with Julian trying to make adjustments and shit because of that road dog. Even though it was only bronze, we went through some shit and called some plays that we audible to a play, and it was fucked up. But we was able to control what we was doing at the line of scrimmage in that Tennessee road game, and that's because of those mentals. So, I think Dion made the right decision here. I think he made the right decision, man. They was super invested in Julian Lewis, and he got him to a national championship game. Didn't get the win in the championship game, and Julian felt as though. I mean, I don't understand how pro potential will even be a problem because the last two quarterbacks that started at Colorado outside of Julian both went to the NFL. The problem is none of them went in the first. Shador was a fifth rounder, and Caden Salter was a fourth rounder. But would you agree Colorado in better hands now with their elite sophomore?
Yeah, um, I think just from a talent wise, yeah, and then from a talent standpoint, and then generally from the future, you got at least another year with them definitely. And then that's really about it. But the window wise, you're able to ladder up upon this true sophomore because you got younger guys that really
And they're
will
doing
have
it
a
through
open.
they're doing it through the high school level too, right? We're over here doing it through the high school level. Every quarterback on here is homegrown. All these guys, right? Murphy next up. We don't think Murphy will be in the quarterback room next year, though. He's one of the best athletes in the 2027 class. Uh, I don't think he's going to be a thrower. He's going to remind us of Denson. So I think, I mean, then the problem is, does he get moved out? We'll leave him at quarterback for like a year or two, and then see how the roster pans out. If he get moved to receiver, running back. But then you got the pocket passer and Brody McWhorter, and then you also got Oscar Rios who came in with Henderson. So we're doing a good job with developing homegrown quarterbacks right now. I think we're in a good space right now. We're about to see what Henderson is for this football team, right? We got to see Juju for 2 years. And he was a solid, really good quarterback. Got him from a star to elite, up to a 90 overall. Like so, he developed really well under Brian Leftwich, on Marshall Falk as the assistant offensive coordinator. But I think Henderson is going to be in a good spot here at Colorado. How about Florida? Right, they lost their quarterback to the portal. Nix is not the starter yet.
Mm, I think Nix is taking the starter role. I would hope so.
They got a guy that I never seen on his roster. They got the 5-star elite sitting right here. Is he not ready to play? He's playing. He played in one game at least, 293. He played really well. Oh my God. Max, 293 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 INT, 1 sack, 20 for 31, 64%, almost 10 yards of play. Uh, he didn't play bad. Now, They got a higher overall guy on the roster as a senior, and I think that's smart because they got tired of losing quarterbacks, right? They lost uh, Amaliva last year, and you go get yourself a senior that could possibly get drafted for you at an 88 overall. It might be a late round pick, but if he get drafted, you stop any other quarterbacks from leaving for full potential. But I think they're doing the right thing by starting the homegrown. You know all about this quarterback. You was very high in his recruitment process when it came down to Emeka Nix. This is Bo Nix' adopted little brother. Um, and I think Florida Gators got them a guy for the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, I definitely think the next 2 to 3, he's gonna be super solid. I feel like I think the overall prospect itself is gonna be able to uh, deliver the ball in the big time, big moments. SEC is definitely as much as you can dual threat. Sometimes it's definitely just about being able to like make the tough throws.
Yeah, he not even close to done or developing. Like this kid gonna be I think he's gonna be a problem, honestly. You dealing with a guy that got high upside. This might be the first quarterback we ever seen with no cap. None. Like he can really 99 out. Cause think about it, bro. Like he for a pocket passer, this kid can get to about a 90 something speed. Like he really, if he go crazy with him this year, and that quarterback in front of him go to the draft at all, is over with. He gonna develop into one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah,
And
he's
he has
already
no
on
cap,
elite.
bro.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. You're looking at like potentially 70 points.
Yep, easy, no problem. They in a good situation, and this is what happens when you're dealing with somebody that understand, recruiting and roster management and all that shit. Like, so that's a solid look right there. Florida State. Now look, Florida State went and got Jaden O'Neal. Um, Sperry held him down and got him to a playoff last year, but you know all about this Jaden O'Neal, so I'm gonna leave the floor to you. You know he was an Oklahoma commit, and then he flipped his commitment to Florida State, and now he's gonna be the guy over here for the next 2 to 3. All they gotta do
Yeah,
is keep him in the building.
I was about to say, yeah, I think his is just about staying in the building, staying on the. I know, Jaden's a competitor, so definitely staying about at least being on their wits, being able to make the playoffs. His ability is definitely of that like playmaker esque. But he's just another solid quarterback. I believe he's what, a 5 star too.
280, now 4 star, 282, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions in the LSU game, but that's his first start coming into football right now. Like I expect that to happen. I expect his numbers to get better, and I expect him to have growing pains all year. Will he be enough though to like, because right when you got Sperry coming back, you think they was a playoff team last year. You expect them to be able to hold it down with Sperry, but you just can't deny talent, right? Like when you bring in a bigger blue chipper quarterback, you got to find a way to get him on the field, or that guy leave with no problem. So I like it. I'm not mad at it. Now Georgia Tech got a homegrown guy, right, and a Lokun, and he ready to go right now. He won a big game week 1 too. So we go look at his stats and see what he got. They had to make a decision. They had 4 quarterbacks that had a potential to start. He played. He played in the game, but he only had 92 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Um, those numbers make me feel like somebody else played, or was it just a heavy run
Damn a
game?
90 off for freshman. That's a super elite.
Uh,
Did he play more than one quarterback in this game, or he just ran the ball? Nah, this kid played. This might have been a starter in that game. What game he played in? 249.5 QBR, 243 yards, 5 touchdowns. I think Philip Grimes is the starter over here. I know they had a quarterback battle coming into this year, and it was between King ain't never developed. He only 6 points, so that killed him. But you could tell with no skill points up there that these guys was developed. Redshirt freshman was developed, and he was developed because you got him to almost a 90 overall. Here, 88 with the 90 grin arrow up, and he had 87 with the green arrow up. So you got these guys built off of what points they came back with in the off season. But Grimes is the faster quarterback. Maybe that's why he's playing.
Maybe. I mean, go down to like the throw under pressure. Maybe.
But see,
I
my
think
thing is, it's smarter to play him because homeboy a redshirt freshman. You play him and and get him drafted or get him in the conversation of being drafted. You're gonna keep this guy around. They got a nice little 1-2 punch, and he played both of those quarterbacks. That's how you do it, bro. Like, he got a nice little 1-2 punch going on over here. How do you feel about this Georgia Tech quarterback room? Redshirt junior, 88
I
overall, or
like it.
87, and a redshirt freshman is an 88 overall.
The only thing that's killing both of them is they ain't got no mentals, but I like it.
Hmm. All
He's
right,
the starter.
as you continue to go down, we're looking at LSU in the building. They got their sophomore that they were developing behind the Hawaiian. He's up to a 90 overall right now. Good speed, good excel, good throw power, good accuracy across the board. Let's see what he did in week 1. He already about to go up another point. He already reading the 91 right now. He played well against Florida State. I mean, 589, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 70%, 10 yards of play. Max, they found him a guy. This is what happened when you develop
He
a
played
guy
in
that's
two
been there.
games.
I know. Yeah, he only threw for 20 yards in this. No, that's 27. How
This
many games he
season,
playing?
go down. Go to 2 games. Go down.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh wow, 264 against Florida, 2 touchdowns, no picks, and he had 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions against Miami. He still played well in both those games.
40 point. Yeah, 40 point wins.
Yep.
Mm.
They got them a guy. Is this the reason
All
why they
right.
got them ranked number 1 right now? Oh my
I
God.
don't know. I'm like, all right.
Yes, sir. They got them a fucking guy right now, man. Now the Miami situation is wild right now. Sam Wilbur has developed into a guy. They got Eli Senior as another guy on this roster, and then they still got Veneer. Who's the starter over here? I would assume you're looking at 288.
Probably senior.
I think he's starting Wilbur because he's faster. 3-star too. He got that guy up. Yep, this the guy playing against Nebraska, 185 yards. Oh my God, he might not be playing much longer. I mean, he's thrown 10 picks in 2
I
games.
mean, yeah, literally. Start the other guy.
Yep, this guy ain't the starter. He'll be in the portal at the end of the year. Yep. Now
Start
Michigan
senior.
lost their quarterback, but Brady Smeagol was the reason why they lost their starting quarterback because he started over the last 2 years, Matt. And this is the reason why. They knew what they were doing here, right? You
Oh
start
my
looking at the
God.
cap. Remember, Bryce Underwood was capped out. This kid still got nothing but development issues. Like he's going to be a problem. So Michigan did it the right way, and in my opinion, it was smart and how they did it right now. So Smeagol will be the starter for the next year or two, if he stick around. But he gonna have to put some real good film out there though, because he's already draft eligible as a redshirt sophomore. The next team we're gonna talk about is Nebraska. They come in with Coach Hitter, takes over this team, and you're looking at Marcus Fielder. He's not a runner. 86 speed ain't bad. You can still get things done, but he do got 96 throw power as a pocket passer, right? Let's see what he did in week 1 against Miami. Was he not the starter in this game? What the fuck going on? Let me find out. He started the Villa,
Nigga got bad intel over here.
right? What the fuck going on? The Villa started in 2028. Oh the fuck up.
That's a
There's
game.
no
You know,
way.
that's this season.
I know. There's no way. There's no way this kid ain't see the field yet. Yep, some hitter shit. You think you gonna be starting him and he playing a senior right now. I don't give a fuck about none of that running shit. Oh my God. He got gun eager over here. Gang eager to play too over here. Oh my God. What the fuck is going on? He ain't seen the field. Yo, he got 3 quarterbacks though. I will say that. He got 3. How the fuck is Fielder not the starter right now?
Hit it, gonna hit it, bro. Cause I'm
Yeah, it's
actually
always going to
confused.
hit it. I don't know how the fuck. I mean, he going with the senior right now. Hey, you know what though? You do two things when you take over a program for the first time, right? You're gonna play your upperclassmen just to be safe, and you know you got Fielder for a couple of years. But like, or do you come in and you play your guy? I mean, obviously Fielder ain't his guy either because he inherited his roster. The only guy that is his is Eager. I'm confused, Max. It wouldn't be Hitter without this though. I am so confused. They started the
I'm
Villa at
confused,
quarterback
but
right
I'm not
now. Oh my
surprised,
God,
man.
not surprised at all. All right, well that's what Nebraska's doing right now. Let's take it to Notre Dame conversation. All right, Ryan Puglisi. I think he came from Georgia.
Wouldn't be surprised. Nobody
Yep,
stayed in Georgia.
he came from Georgia. Barely played. He played in 2025, and right now he's 522 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for Notre Dame in 2 games. Against Oklahoma, he threw for 197 yards, 2 picks, but then against Texas, he had a great game. 49-28 went over Texas, 207.3, 325, 3 touchdowns, no INTs, 83%, 11 yards to play. Uh, Now, remember, they went to the portal. Remember, you have their quarterback on your roster, C.J. Carr. That was the
Hmm.
starter in year one. But then they went to the portal and they brought in 3 dogs from the portal. And then it ended up being Malachi Nelson, who played all last year for them. And now they right back to it again uh, at quarterback. But they do got T.
This is
Martin's
another.
son over
This is
here.
another place where, like, I don't know, bro. Who are you? Like,
Man, they got T. Martin's son over here as an elite. Like, they got a future at quarterback right now. Like, so,
I said, but theirs is different with the. I was about to say. I was about to say this is different because they actually have a quarterback. But man, listen. Prior to this, they were a team. Man, listen. What's the culture? Who's the guy? Like, what are we gonna remember you as or with?
year one, C.J. Carr was a true freshman, and he played solid for them. But they're, they had the
He
best
did
running back in
CJ
the
Carr
country.
like an NFL team, bro. He did that, man.
Dirty.
Dirty, dirty.
He did. He had no allegiance to him
He
whatsoever.
did TJ Carr like him, CJ Carr, Russell, Sabler, them niggas is gonna make an AA club, like
But C.J.
abandoned
Carr said,
first
if I'm gonna
round
sit on the
quarterback.
bench, I'm going to a team that I know gonna get to a championship. Fuck it.
Or at least, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know what I'm saying? At least give me I feel like at least give me a shot. Whenever we do make it to Oklahoma, CJ Carr ain't played a game since Notre Dame, I think.
Man.
Like he was like I think his
He
last
didn't play week one for
career.
you?
No, I'm saying like before that. I think his last career stats before
Was
that
year
isn't
one,
is
2025.
2026. Yeah, bro. He's been on three other teams and literally has I mean two other teams and literally has not played a down.
That's just bad luck, bro. That's
No,
a
I mean
guy. That's a guy
he would
that's
be one
caught
of your little
NFL.
Instagram. He would be one of your little Instagram scrolls of your sad quarterback stories.
Like, like that'd be like a 30 for 30. What happened to C.J. Carr?
Cause
Freshman
man,
season
what
started and
him?
they
I'm
didn't
telling
play
you, that's why I
another
said
down.
Keelan Russell, and Sabler. They could get a Netflix 30 for 30, bro, on just abandoned potential first round prospect quarterbacks. Like,
But the problem is the NFL will find them boys, and they might not be draft or high drafts, but they gonna get on a roster, and if they who they are, they'll play. They'll end up getting a job or at least a backup role on some NFL franchise, in my opinion. But
I
let's
like to
talk
see this
about
stuff from Notre Dame. At least they got a future though.
so Glissy is the starter and T. Martin is the future. Is that what we're looking at?
He did CJ so dirty it was disrespectful.
Man,
That's the way I'm seeing it.
that's the exact way I see it.
The future with a chance of McComb coming back and maybe holding it down as just a guy that can throw the ball just in case. But this is your
Man,
go-to
Martin
right
got a
here.
fucking cannon. 98 throw power right now, Max. That motherfucker gonna be a problem.
I know, but sometimes that young gunner arm gets you in trouble. Niggas thinking they Baker out here and shit.
Yeah, they can throw the ball anywhere they want, whenever they want. Next thing you know, he throwing picks and shit, and you blaming his ass.
Yeah, niggas think they college Baker. NFL Pat Mahomes and shit.
Arizona
Man,
State Trident Emblem.
Ohio State has a quarterback that has been starting since he took over for year 2 for
Fuck
Ohio
that
State.
guy.
That
Fuck
guy, he
that
up for the
guy.
Heisman as well.
Fuck
But
yeah, fuck
bro,
that guy.
Tennessee, and rightfully so. And he lucky I'm letting him keep that name too. Motherfucker, Kavion Bryant about to go to Colorado in real life, 2027 class. But it is what it is.
Gator.
But Kavion Bryant is the future of this football team. Would you agree with it? They have Fahey too from the 2027 or 2026 class as well. But I think Bryant, he's the number one quarterback in the 27 class for Tennessee.
Osu
And he
doing it
transferred
right.
Oh my
because
god,
they
yeah.
had the number
Respect.
one quarterback in the
They just fell into a layup because
yeah.
St. Clair's the fuck out of here, and then next, excuse me, Bryant's next up because these two guys down here are busters.
Yeah,
Um,
they won't ever. I don't even think they got a motherfucking flying
and then
chance
he'll be
of being
cool.
on this roster.
Oh wait, go back up. Maybe him, because he's a impact extender. Or we already got extenders, so maybe him. But Bugs is out of here, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, and maybe because next year it's gonna be a heavy non-NIL portal year. Honestly, maybe
Yep,
he'll get lucky
they get
with some
lucky.
quarterbacks. Yeah.
And they ain't getting lucky. Ohio State can't go after the go after,
Well, you
so
know what
they're
I
in
mean.
a
Get lucky as
situation
in
to bring somebody
getting
in.
enough to scout them and the ratings actually match up to at least.
But I don't think he chases the portal for a quarterback knowing that Kavion Bryant is coming back.
You know what I'm saying? Not, nah, maybe not like chasing it, but bring one in because I'm pushing for injuries on next year. So
I agree.
that's
I definitely
that's
agree.
a whole
Rand been
nother,
pushing for it for 2 years.
yeah, that's a whole nother
But
conversation.
you said like I listened to it and then I look at niggas with 35 quarterbacks and be like, I know see why you ain't worrying about it. Like put injuries on. Yeah, nah,
Put
we
injuries. You know
nah,
what I'm saying?
it makes sense. It makes all the sense in the world because now that we getting away from the real NIL
We've danced,
players, you can do it.
you know what I'm saying? We've danced exactly. We danced around it before. You know what I'm saying? It's shout out to the guys that still can go and do what they do. With the deep recruiting and whatnot, but now it has more of a purpose. Like we keep asking about purpose. At least now some of y'all can blame it on. I need the depth. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if my quarterback get hurt? Something.
Facts. But St. Clair, does he win the Heisman this year, man? Because he has that potential to do it.
It's crazy because we've been sitting on this week for a lot longer than I think we fucking should have. So I've been having a lot of time to reflect on us.
Reflect on your loss against him.
reflect
Cause
reflect
I
on my
mean,
loss.
he threw
That
for
nigga's nice to see,
435
bro.
yards in y'all game, bro. He fucking
Yeah,
lit it
like
up.
every time I was thinking about Bo and like Bo threw for 420, I just kept saying like, but my defense also gave up 400 yards, bro.
But you
Like,
only get this out of a quarterback that been in your system for 3 4 years. This is his fourth year in Ohio State system.
and
He
it
sat
just
behind a quarterback year one, and
that's
then he
really
took the
what it felt
job.
like. Felt like a nigga that was really just like different defenses we was throwing at him. Like he was taking the sacks where he needed to. He was throwing the checkdowns when he needed to. He was definitely like staying true to his play style, his play call, and taking
And
his
his
shots.
mantra
But
in the chat is keep the main thing the main thing. That's some Dion shit. I love that he put that on his title in the chat in the comment chat because that's when you say keep the main thing to me it's playing behind this kid right here and allowing him to be the leader. Like this is a fan base that know who their quarterback is and they've known they grew up with this guy. He like every student came in when he came in have
and
been nothing
him,
but him. They know him as the
yeah, I
quarterback.
was
Like his
him,
NIL
Henry,
probably crazy right now in Ohio State.
Henry, and other baby boy receiver. Like them niggas, I think is really the main thing when you put it into like, you know what I'm saying? They the main thing. They the three. They the triangle.
Let me
At
ask
least
you
on
this:
the offensive.
if St. Clair play like this all season long, there's no reason why he won't be standing up and taking that Heisman Trophy in New York. They might
It'll
even go
be
to the national
it'll be
title if he continue to play like this.
it'll come down to him in New York. But I remember I said this earlier on my Max Analytical. Like I was, my preseason was I liked Ohio State.
I
I
think
like
the top
Colorado
QBs this
and
year are
UNC.
homegrown.
I like Colorado and UNC. Depending on because like the quarterback situation, I really didn't know. Obviously, I like Juju just because we went against them, but I knew the mentals was going to be a little bit more tough as we continue to go on. But St. Clair, I literally named Ohio State next and was like, Ohio State's definitely like third, and I could really see Ohio State and UNC going at it again,
Am I
coming
am I
down to like that
crazy?
semi.
Am I crazy for thinking that Matt just made the greatest comment in the chat? The best
What he say?
quarterbacks in the league right now are homegrowns. Because you think about it,
Um,
Newkirk, St. Clair, and then the team that I think is a sleeper, you got the kid Briggs Cherry over there in Louisville who's
in
homegrown.
Louisville, I would say there's a certain knack to those teams, but they're not. I can't say that they're all the best. They might be the best quarterback this year because last year I wouldn't say St. Clair was the best quarterback. I knew Kirk would only be the person to be able to retain that. And then Juju, like you would go back to it with Juju because I guess
Mhm.
Newkirk, Juju, Akili wasn't homegrown though. Who else last year was at the top of the quarterbacks at the end of the shit? Um,
Denson don't start anymore. He's homegrown.
Denson, Michael Hawkins was homegrown. So maybe,
Hmm.
I guess maybe,
Hmm.
maybe you could say the best quarterbacks in general have all been homegrown quarterbacks.
Then you looking at Briggs Cherry. I don't even know how I skipped over him. And he got his entire weaponry back. All his running back and receivers is the fuck back. I think Briggs Cherry could take this Louisville team. It's all about what they do
When you
defensively.
done
That
doing
sophomore
proteins,
year is
go to old
disgusting. Oh my
QBS.
God.
I like him.
Yeah,
I
Rob.
mean, against Texas A&M, 335 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks, 76%.
SEC team dotting
Yeah.
us the fuck up.
Like Rob got a fucking offense. The Fat Five, that's what I call them, the Fat Five. They all back. It comes down to what they can do defensively. Because this is my sleeper team in the ACC.
Yeah, I guess if you like this,
That
and I
Nebraska
guess
Louisville game about to be crazy today.
this, and I would say, depending on how the thing is with O'Neal and FSU, he just don't got no physicals, but I like FSU a lot.
I do too. I
Um,
like them a lot too. And
yeah,
they showed a whole lot last year as well.
and that's why I say like if depending, I don't really know all of the statistics of who they brought back and all of that, but if they brought back decent numbers and then their quarterback situation was a little bit more experienced, because I know they're going with the young guy.
So my thing is this: Michael Hawkins probably would have been better off playing running back for you right now. That would have gave you a veteran in a running back room. Even though you can still do some things with him, but it would be cool if they let you just put him at running back no matter what. Like even though he's a quarterback,
Yeah,
but
even though he's a
I'm not mad
quarterback,
at because
yeah.
I do think his natural position is running back. But he's gonna be a gadget guy for you. You got the thrower and Trey Taylor up and coming, but you go get C.J. Carr, and you know he's going to the league no matter if he play or don't, which will keep all the rest of the guys around. But Bo Bentley has taken over this quarterback room. And yeah, I mean, they lost. You lost against Ohio State, right? In overtime. But this kid, you had to be excited about what he showed you in his first start. 420 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks in that game, 76%, 12 yards to play. Like you had to be excited about what he gave you, and he gave you 2 rushing touchdowns. So you got a guy now that's homegrown and will go through your system and give you that same play Mantier was giving you year one, and you get a couple of years with him doing that. Do you feel like you put yourself right back in national championship conversation?
I definitely think the conversation, just because going off of like being not too far away from it, or being not too far away from it where I was with quarterback play in our roster and being able to actually get there, I think definitely can entertain the conversation for it,
You don't
no
have to
matter
win it
what.
this year, but if you win it while he's at quarterback at some point before he walk out of the building, we're talking dynasty.
Yeah, I would agree. Especially with my first try at like really having it. Like this guy means a lot. My first 5 star, him and Mayo, that first year, second year,
If
my
you win
first
it
two
with him,
five
not to cut
stars.
you off, but if you win it with him, it's gonna feel better than all them other championships because this the guy you brought in, and this is the guy you invested in.
Yeah, Hawkins is still a little bit surreal, honestly. I will say this definitely gonna be better. Hawkins is surreal because I really doubted that nigga damn near the whole way through.
And he stepped up as a passer in that championship game.
Yeah,
It looked shaky early, but he turned it around in that championship game and was hitting those
yeah.
intermediate routes all game. Like, he did his thing.
That's why Hawkins is a little bit more. Hawkins is a little special too, but I definitely think this will feel different if we win one with Bo. Just off of the like build because we didn't get to build Hawkins. We got served Hawkins.
Bro, this kid been a starter since his true freshman year. He has a Heisman under his belt already. He's played in the national title. He coming back. Him coming back is national championship or bust. I mean, you got the quarterback of the quarterback. He's sitting on 109 points right now, bro. Oh my god, he can't do shit with them points. That's torture. He'd have been 99 out if he could have. Oh my god, he platinum everywhere. Like this, the best quarterback in the country for sure, right? There's no ifs ands or buts about it.
Yeah, definitely the best quarterback in the country.
And then they got Burgess, Travis Burgess coming right behind that.
109 points is
That's
ridiculous, bro.
a lot of points. Man,
That's
North Carolina should be built to go and do it all this year. There's no way this team like I
Hey,
expect North Carolina to be in a national championship this year.
championship or bust.
You want to know something? I
Championship or
bet you
bust.
Burgess. Hey, fuck. How many points did go down? How many points did Burgess get last
He
year?
had 64. He had no. I'm sorry. Burgess had 84 points last year.
I was just about to say, bro, the amount of shit that Torrey Newkirk did,
He
and
could do all that with Burgess.
him just being here for all of it. I
Yeah,
knew he got extra points and the
yeah,
elite shit and all
yeah.
that shit,
Burgess
bro.
was
I
sitting on
already knew.
84 points. Falk was going crazy with them goddamn points last with
I already,
Burgess.
I already know, bro. I already know.
That shit crazy, bro. But like, that's how you build a quarterback room, man. Like, and you got guys doing it right now. Like, I just
Oh
showed a
yeah, that's
couple of,
what I'm
you know what
saying.
I'm saying?
Matt asked this the best quarterback developer, which I really wasn't surprised. I would put I would put Colorado. I would put Arizona State.
Well, the proof is in the pudding. Well, only reason why you can't, I wouldn't say Arizona State because they portal guys and they had a home. He was already a overall when we started the league. Uh, but they did it. They would have continued if he would have started Achilles Smith this year. Then you could put him in that conversation. You got to
Well,
go with
yeah, cause
Ohio State.
he didn't keep Achilles. That's right.
You got to go with
Ohio
Ohio
State definitely.
State, right? You got to go with Ohio State, North Carolina. I would say Colorado. Now the problem with Colorado is Juju played 2 years and then left.
You too far from your system. Can't nobody shoot you saying anything.
On my fat boy shit, my shit cut right off. Oh shit! What we doing here, coach? Damn, I knew that fucking piece was gonna come off. That whole shit came off. Oh my god. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, this shit's kind of crazy. This nigga got two back-to-back elite quarterbacks.
I don't know what the fuck going on with my headphones. Can you hear me,
Nah,
Max?
yeah, I can hear you.
No. I went downstairs. My shit came right the fuck off. But yeah, motherfucking But Matt is on to something with what he's saying right now. Conversation, because you can even look at his team. He's since remember he brought what's his name, man? What's the guy he brought in from Kansas State that he took the motherfucking Malibu?
A- Avery.
Avery Johnson, but since him, he's been homegrown as well. Uh, so it's a lot of teams for a lot of the transfer portal movement. Is a lot of teams were homegrown because you go back to Florida, even though they got a guy from the portal, they also got a homegrown kid that they had redshirted last year. That's going to be a problem as well, and they plan him this year. So Louisville's quarterback is homegrown. Uh, so yeah, we got guys right now, right? That's doing some things. Oregon has been like Alabama; they've been in the portal. Julian Sand is their highest overall guy. Julian Lewis is on this roster, but Deuce Knight is on this roster, but Will Griffin is the starter, and he came from Florida. But he's the starter. They like his size, his running abilities, and he's absolutely the starter right now. Me personally, I'd have been playing Julian Lewis, but I get it. You play Will because he got Phil General Road Dog and adrenaline, and Julian Lewis won't help you on the road. He won't better stop crowd noise. He won't throw really good in the rain, things of the such. But I mean, let's talk about this quarterback room. Like you bring in Deuce Knight for what? Because me personally, you don't bring in a senior quarterback unless you plan on playing him.
And this was definitely just for the class.
Yeah, he was just looking to get a great class out of the portal right now. Will came in through the portal. Like their top four quarterbacks are portal guys. Stan, Lewis, Knight, and Griffin, portal guys. Will Griffin playing right now. He's the starter. Uh, he ain't played bad in that Colorado game, I will say. And against Colorado, he ain't played bad at all. Let's look at what he did in that game. Uh, he had 221.7 QBR, 263. He threw one interception. He was sacked 5 times in that game, though, but he had a 91 completion percentage, bro. Their RPO was kicking in this game. 11.4 yards to play on 45 snaps. He ain't played bad as the first time starter for Oregon right now. So I think they are comfortable with him at quarterback as of right now. We'll see how it goes as they get into conference play. But in week one, he did not disappoint. The only thing they did, they took the loss, but he did not disappoint. The 2 turnovers was crucial because they had a fumble as well. That wasn't his fault. That got stripped and picked up and scored to the crib. And then the interception he threw was a pick six as well. Uh, but Will Griffin, 6'3",
His QB
234,
room
he said he like
trifling.
a Cam Ward. I mean Cam Newton body type. That's why he's starting. He think
Annoying
he's
AF.
physical. Physically, run presence will hurt you with getting downhill. And I agree. I got to see it myself. I agree. But another one of those loaded ass quarterback rooms, where you got guys that will help you keep guys because they'll get drafted because of their high overalls, but wasted opportunities. Julian Sand lost a starting job, right? And he stuck around for a year, even though he lost the job. He did what Jalen Hurts did for Alabama when he lost his job to Tua. He stuck around for a year before hitting the portal. Sand did the same thing, but he didn't find a spot yet to start. And there's a lot of teams in the country that he could be starting for right now. Julian Lewis did too. You could say Julian wasted his time leaving. Like, and he's sitting on 28 points, but Julian probably can't do shit else with his points either. That was the other thing. I knew I maxed him out already. Yep, he maxed out. So it ain't nothing you can do with Julian. So I could see why he ain't playing. But he should go to the NFL though. He'd have stayed on Colorado roster. I'm mad as hell he left. So I gotta get the fuck off this roster. I'm mad he left. SMU quarterback comes back as a sophomore red shirt as well, and he a dog. I just think they don't got the weapons around him right now. That's the conversation there. South Carolina been looking for a quarterback. I mean, Aaron Nolan finally getting the start over here as a senior. And you're looking at Tennessee. Faison Brandon is having a good season. I think one thing he want to do is tone down them interceptions, and he did do that against Colorado. He played a really good game against Colorado, bro. We got to start letting these quarterbacks go crazy. He threw for 489 yards on Orlando, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. I mean, he played USC and he was donating like crazy, but he played a perfect game against Colorado. 20 for 22, 90% completion percentage, 22.2 yards a play. I mean, them screen passes that he was throwing to that elite wide receiver was going to the crib. Catch and then 80 yards. Catch 70. Catch 67. Gone. Just, I think if Boone can continue to. If he play everybody how he played me, he gonna be a problem. And now I see why Kavion Bryant left and said I'm not gonna stick around this kid because he's a sophomore or junior. Even though he can leave, he not high enough overall that I think he'll leave. And I'm not gonna sit one more season.
Bro, shit was crazy.
I'd rather sit behind a guy we know going to the league, and then I'll play next season. I guess that's the thought process he had. It's hard to keep
16 a
two number one.
problem.
Yeah, he is. And no, it ain't 16. It's number 12. That receiver he got, Wyatt, that motherfucker a problem. Texas is playing with Trent Skaggs, and he's a homegrowner. He got all the mentals and all the physicals right now, so we'll see how he get going right now. Max, when you talk about teams up and coming right now, where do you fall at?
Hold on. Ask me again and then give me like a 10-second commercial break.
Got you. I think the real question I'm gonna ask is contenders and pretenders. Oh shit. It's gonna be fucking tough. Contenders and pretenders. While we waiting for Max to get off his commercial break, we're looking at contenders and
what was the question?
Contenders and pretenders in this top 25.
What about?
Who you see as contenders and pretenders?
Alright. For championships, playoffs.
Yep, championships, playoffs. Like the conversation is going to be around that. Who you
Before
see?
we get to the championship, we gotta get to the playoffs. So
Right. Who you see can make it?
I like. Listen, how many teams go? 13? Because
12. 12. It's 12 teams, and one of them is really 11. One of them is FCS,
11.
FBS. I mean, G5 school.
So this year, I like UNC, me, Ohio State, Colorado, Arizona
Respectfully,
State,
LSU a pretender.
UCLA.
I like that. That's a team that's on the bubble, but he's been in the playoffs the last 2 seasons. Well, nah, he didn't make it last year, but he did win.
Yeah.
He did win the Big Ten championship last year.
Exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me Louisville.
I like that as a first time.
And give me Notre Dame. Give me Notre Dame. I like Notre Dame too. That's 10.
Alabama?
Wait, hold on. If Notre Dame can play his games at home and play all his games, because when we played, honestly, he told me early he was at his in-laws, it was going to be Netty. I think we would have had a better game, truth be told. But
Texas Tech?
wait, hold on, man. Hold on.
Texas Tech,
Then
what about him?
I like for my last 2 spots or toss-up spots, Bama and Tennessee.
I think Tennessee got a shot getting in that bitch, but he can't play cowboy football. He got to do what he did against me.
No, definitely. And I think for one season, I think we may be on the approach of a serious bone. Maybe.
Cause
I don't want to.
he picked them headsets down, and then we found him nothing.
Now, Falk, are you in a game, Falk, or you can come look at the share play? Oh wait, hold on. Scratch. I lied. I gotta go back. No Bama, LSU. Drop mic.
Nah, you see it that way? All right, look at it like this. In the top 25, let's start with the ACC. North Carolina at 3. Georgia Tech at 4. Clemson at 5. Louisville at 9. Florida State at 14. What's that, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't see Georgia Tech staying there, and it don't take much for Georgia Tech to lose and then be out of that shit for real.
And SMU is sitting at number 20 right now. All right, but I ain't, they got like 6 niggas in the top 25. Now, let's go to the Big 12. You're looking at Arizona State and Colorado. Texas Tech. What's happening in that Texas Tech Arizona State game?
I have no idea right now. Couldn't tell you in the slightest.
All right, look.
Game over.
Brandon won. You already know. I'm talking about game over. Texas, those Texas, do you see
Damn
Texas
y'all
as the
hate
playoff team?
Bama never missed the offs and won a conference ship and got to the third
Bro,
round. Face with tears
don't do
of joy,
that.
face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy. Nigga really hate Bama.
Don't do that. Say the person that said you won't be a playoff team. I
Say
didn't say that.
less.
Yeah. Say Max is hating, not y'all.
I'm not. Ain't nobody hating. That nigga lost to Georgia Tech,
Oh shit! Who lost to Georgia Tech?
and it's not because I'm saying Young Camden's dad.
I
I'm
was
just saying
gonna say.
there's no way I'm coming out there versus the 86 overall Georgia Tech, and I'm just not like
He lost to
beating
Georgia Tech.
Rand. Lost in the first
But
round last year
but
to who?
hold on. But
They
don't
they
And
were
Alabama they
I'm not
lock in the
slighting.
middle of the season.
I'm not, but what don't Alabama always barely make the playoffs? So
It's a good point.
what I'm saying is that barely might not be a barely this year. Might fuck around
But
and not make it.
this was the same team that was 0-3 and figured it out, right?
I mean, but barely.
I think the transfer portal is hurting them. I think they take them about 4 or 5 weeks to figure out what they got, and then they go on a run.
hmm
Didn't they make the SEC championship game? No.
no. Nope.
Nope. And the year they made it, guess who won't there?
So do y'all think this is why Bama is starting off slow? The number one class transfer class the last 2 years, and just ton of riches.
Yep.
Never.
I definitely think it hurts more than it helps when the way that they go about it, their approach. It's just my hot take, man. If you ask me right now,
Max, I
I
never
just think
barley made it. Max, you a
I don't
hater,
know,
I
bro.
mean,
man.
I get it.
Because I'm not
you
slighting
got good
LSU.
logic.
LSU's already at 1. LSU is not about to like go back up, and like Albert has not been on that type of like that trend. If you're looking at this like a trend, LSU has been trending up, bro.
Bro,
Season
I
after
made it twice
season,
and won it
game
once.
after game. I'm not saying they
But
haven't
when
not
when
been
the,
rated high. They get rated high each year to start, but Albert last year ain't lose that many games, bro.
Albert
let me
got
ask you this: when the money on the line, you taking we're talking about the teams here. We're talking about the players taking Rand or Albert. The money on the line.
At this point, fuck, I truly don't know.
It's a
okay.
fair assessment.
I'll
Fair
make it.
assessment.
I'll make it easy for y'all. Week 3, LSU got Clemson.
If Albert go in here and dominate Clemson, I stand
He not.
exactly behind what I say,
I'm
and
telling y'all
LSU ain't
right
going
now,
nowhere.
Clemson. Watch this. Watch what y'all see out of Clemson this year with them motherfucking
with Brian,
Megatrons he got. Watch what
with the
y'all see from that
receivers,
motherfucker
yeah,
this year.
because we only talked about his quarterback, so I can see that.
He got two 6'4",
Niggas
6'4",
running.
6'5" studs running.
Rolling on the
He
floor
talking about some
laughing.
Randy Moss. Throw it up. They throw the
Rolling on the
hand up.
floor laughing, rolling on the floor
Man,
laughing, rolling on the
listen.
You
floor
got he
laughing,
got
rolling
week
on the
5. He
floor
got the
laughing,
Gators.
rolling on the floor
Let me
laughing,
ask you,
rolling on
Fuck.
the
When you
floor
line up
laughing.
against that shit, does that really bother you? Did you flutter any,
Yo,
or
Nah,
did it
Albert,
just
I
bro,
something?
bro,
I
bro,
mean, I'm
bro,
me. I'm
bro,
not worried
bro,
about that
bro,
shit.
bro. We
I'm
gotta
not worried
stop.
about that shit.
Hold the fuck on. We gotta stop
I'm
this shit.
talking about your team.
Hold the
I was talking about your team,
I'm
hold
man.
not
the
worried
Like,
about that shit. We
because it
talking about
comes
me
down
hold.
to
here.
that a team, and then your scheme.
I'm not worried about that shit. We talking
Was that
about
the
me
part?
here. I'm not worried about that shit.
Man, Shit tough right now.
Times are
Yeah.
tough.
That's not what it-
Yeah. Man, listen, I don't see if LSU come out here and do what he got to do versus Clemson. I'm gonna stand exactly behind what I said. Show me ran first three.
Hold up though. All right, so LSU Clemson. That's a throw up
Matter of fact,
game.
do they play? Let me see, man. Let me see
Now
the shit.
they
Thank you.
do play, but listen though, he got to come down a stretch at week 11, 12, and 13 playing Alabama home at Arkansas and
Ah,
then home
damn,
against
Albert.
Oklahoma.
Damn, Albert. That's tough. That's tough. The cookie can't crumble.
But I
So
respect
you
your
what you
opinion,
said?
Max.
Albert
You're a
going 0
champion.
3.
Albert
I
got a
don't, during
dog
that stretch,
schedule.
I think he go 2-1 during that stretch.
All right, so Rand opened up and lost to Georgia Tech 63-42, but then he just beat Washington. But he got Ohio State, Oregon, Oklahoma back to back to back. Two out of those three games are on the road.
Hold on, he got who?
We'll know exactly what Rand is
He
outside
at
of those
Ohio
5 games.
State, home versus Oregon, and then he at
Oh,
Oklahoma.
oh, oh, oh. Who
We'll
gave
know
him that
exactly.
schedule? Oh my God!
Ain't nobody
We'll
give him
know
shit.
exactly.
That's conference
I
games.
know, I
Yeah,
know. Nobody gave it to him. Oh my God! He should have
yeah.
asked to get a custom schedule. What the
He
fuck is
he did. He
that?
made his schedule. He did. He was on when we did the
He
schedule.
asked for them teams. He
Ohio,
can't
St-
get out
Ohio,
of Oklahoma.
Ohio, Ohio State was a request because
Ohio
they
State
played last year.
requested, and Ohio State requested him.
Yeah, they played last
Uh,
year, so that was just a return. And then Washington and him played last year too, so they ran theirs back.
oh, so he got a thing with the Big Ten. Okay, okay.
Oregon was just a new one. It just happened to play that way, yeah. And then he runs into me, which I mean, it's a hell
I
But
of
mean,
a
then,
y'all
first
got to play because
SEC
y'all in the
game.
same conference.
Yeah,
yeah,
it must say it's a hell of a first SEC game though. Like
yeah, and then you got to come off that with a bye, which you need. Then you got two
Well,
computer
I
Max,
was
games.
you
about
know
to say
you
you
get
you
50
regroup.
carries. You know that, right?
I mean, I don't give a fuck.
I'm just saying. I know you know that,
I,
right?
Come to the
I
crib
mean,
this herb.
that works. That's fine. That's my thing is that really going to tell you what you need to know when it comes down to the get down? Because I mean, maybe say folks say I don't stop it. Say I get ran on like fucking like junior league rec football. That don't mean that shit gonna work for everybody else. And like you already have one loss. And again, it comes down to where we gonna be at towards the end. Like, what's he ranked right now? Bama.
Listen, that Georgia Tech loss can come back to haunt him when he go to. He got to go to Ohio State. He got to go to Oklahoma. He got to go to
Oh,
Tennessee.
they on the road? Oh my
He got
God!
it.
He got to go to
LSU is
Tennessee.
he. I
He
think he
got to
got to
go
go
to
to LSU.
LSU, and then he home against Georgia or Auburn. This ain't an easy schedule, bro.
Jesus Christ! Well,
Tennessee, like bro, he
so
played. He played like this. Yeah, bro.
Nah,
Yeah.
but now you see why on some real shit. But niggas, I mean,
I
listen,
wasn't hating.
Face
Max,
with
Max,
tears of
I
joy,
gave you,
face with tears
you
of
did it.
joy,
You
face
did the
with tears
scheduling,
of
and I'm
joy,
not
face
mad at
with
it.
tears of joy,
But this
face
is
with
why
tears of
this
joy.
is why I'll be trying. You got to understand where I was at. Year two, niggas developed their teams at 99 overalls, fast as hell. So I was trying to match up overalls year two. But then year three, I kind of got pissed because niggas is bitching about their schedule and shit on a low, but being chat not bitching about it. So it was like that was kind of there. Year four, I'm glad I let you do this shit. But the reason why I be trying to kind of go soft on these non-conference games in the ACC and the SEC is because y'all got a dog ass schedule no matter what. Now that he got play, because look, Oregon ain't nothing to sneeze at, bro. Keep thinking that he got the team. Like all he got to do is run into some shit. And granted, like he was looking forward to playing me. He actually requested me, and we played USC, Texas A&M, and he played a good game on headset with us. So maybe it's just he played me good. I don't know, but I know this: that Georgia Tech game great hurt him. He requested Washington. Ohio State requested him. And then he got to come right into his first conference game playing you. But then he get the bye week and pretty much three bye weeks. Then he got to go to Tennessee. Then he home against South Carolina, who ain't really been playing this season because he in the mountains. Then he got Albert on the
I
road,
had a tougher
home,
schedule
and then
than this, bro, and ran
and then
through it. I only lost
Auburn
two
home.
second games in 3 seasons. Shit crazy.
hold on, LSU, Alabama got LSU.
Alabama at
Hmm.
LSU. Here's what I'm saying though. Let me finish my statement.
My thing is, I
Two
was saying,
things
go
two
ahead.
things can happen. The Georgia Tech game could come back to hurt him if he don't handle business way down here against Georgia LSU, Tennessee, and Auburn.
Auburn,
Definitely.
geez, that SEC is
That
ridiculous.
shit fucking
The reason,
ridiculous.
but the reason why I say like it matters what you saying and like the way of like how you saying it plays it out, but what kind of like garnishes it is because no matter what, if you playing the SEC schedule
Texas,
at the end
Oklahoma
of that
on two
shit,
second
you're gonna have
losses.
plenty of ample of opportunities to make sure you're like within reason. But
Yeah,
like I'd be damned if a
I'm
SEC
saying he could
team
lose a
with
couple early.
with well yeah, but what SEC team you say deserves to have three losses and get in because there's gonna be at least two or three that have two losses and
That's
like
gonna get
that
in.
yeah and but that they deserve to. So like if he
Yeah,
takes that loss early, it's not like it ain't asked out, but like this ain't the part where like that's where the Georgia Tech game you supposed to win that. Like I got SMU in my first 3 weeks. Georgia Tech, you supposed to win that. SMU, I'm supposed to win that.
So I guess
You
this is
got
my
your good
question.
you got your gimme game per se.
This is
Or
my
supposed
question.
to be.
Can can
He
can
can't afford
Alabama
one more
lose
loss.
3 games and
he
still
can't. He
be?
can lose. Listen, he can lose 3 games and still get in it because he play a whole lot of ranked teams late. And it all depends on what happens with those teams. Like Boone, if Boone can fight his way and win ball games, Georgia, not ranked, but they Georgia. But LSU and Auburn is in the mix, so he playing ranked games. He still got Max at. He got Oregon at 24. That's a ranked win if he win that. He beat Max. That's the number 2 team overall. Like he still like instead of looking at it like what he can't do, is what he can do. Now again, I come back to this: if he don't handle business down the stretch, that Georgia Tech game gonna come back to hurt him. Because
It
that's not going.
definitely it
That's going to be the game where you can't lose 3 games, uh, 3 more games. Like you can lose 2 and be good, but you can't lose 3 more games. You got a 4 loss season. I don't know if you can really say playoffs, depending on how everybody else fall. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he's shown he could do it, bro. He's been under the microscope for the last 2 seasons, where it's like, yo, what the fuck going on? And he right back in the playoffs.
But
but this ain't just a weird like yeah on the first couple of like if you look at all the SEC teams, we got a moment where the microscope get real hot and the light get real bright and like we could talk about it. There's just teams that are like we so used to them being able to do it, and there's a lot of teams that honestly we're not surprised when they don't do it. Like I
Yeah,
think Bama is
and
just in one
then
of those situations our expectation keeps it supersedes a lot. So like I feel like are we being hard or like we making the schedule or like prior to or even now, but like he made his own schedule now. But that's the way of the land. Like ain't no way to achieve better honestly than to stay where we at with that like scheduling shit or with some guys acting like they can't. You gotta play them niggas, bro. Gotta play to play, baby. Like. Gots to.
that should a playoff schedule now, though.
yeah,
Jesus
it
Christ.
is every game a playoff. But that's SEC football though. That's why they can get the most ranked teams every year. Like, and it just so happened to be ACC looking like that right now. Y'all got 6 motherfuckers that's ranked.
Yeah, y'all ACC is gonna be yeah, cause that switch for Georgia Tech and Rob's emergence and Florida State and like their timely emergence, like everything looking good over there
And the
for
Big
real.
Ten started off as the second best conference, but they starting to look like they might be the third, possibly the fourth at this point. Ohio State, UCLA holding them down. Nah, they still
I
got
was
some
just
guys. They got some guys. Oregon, USC. But are they going to be in the mix late? Oregon, USC,
that's what I was about to
Michigan.
say. Ohio State really and USC hold. I mean
Is
UCLA
UCLA
holding
and
them
Ohio
down.
State holding it down? Washington ain't ranked at this point right now, but he was holding them down too. But he ain't ranked at this point. He can get back
Washington ain't
being
really
ranked.
beat nobody since he. I don't even remember who he beat, but like yeah, man, I don't
And
know.
and then in the Big 12, you got they didn't even schedule me and Brandon again this year. So if everything go right, we'll see each other in the championship game, and that'd be a 1 loss for somebody, and I don't think that's enough to fit us out.
As far as championships though, like I named the teams in the semifinal. I put North Carolina, Colorado, Ohio State, and
Bro, I think we sleeping on Arizona roster, bro.
I want to say Arizona State or Louisville. That was my last one.
Yeah,
It was
I like
between them two.
Louisville. I
I
like
like
Louisville. I
Louisville as a
just don't
sleeper
know it.
because they just got to get lucky in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's just about the matchup thing. I think with Louisville in the playoffs.
You know what's going to tell us everything we need to know? Rob got to beat first year coach Hitter. He cannot lose this game today.
Definitely.
He cannot lose to Hitter at all. Like he can't lose that game. Um, Bro, this is an interesting season because I will say this: you did a hell of a job scheduling. Like you did a really good job with the schedule. This is going to be interesting down there. Like week 2, like if you really look at the games for week 2, like it could be some upsets this week, right? We already had like what you call. I don't think you can call Ohio State Oklahoma upset.
No, that was a good. That was like the equivalent of that like Ohio State Texas. Like you just gave them a good early matchup in college football just for two teams to go ahead and size it up. Two familiar teams go ahead and size it up and see what's up.
I mean, Miami and LSU got kickoff. They kicked off. I mean, 49-29, 24. LSU handled their business. Nebraska and Louisville going to kick off, and if Nebraska win this game, they'll come back ranked. They go into Louisville and win this game, they're going to come back ranked. Georgia Tech and Florida playing right now as we speak. This is a big game for Florida, too, right here. You can't start off 0-2. Florida State, Michigan. This is a big game in a big house. Can Florida State go handle business against Seattle? I don't know what's up with Corey. Can we talk about that? Corey need to be studied. Can we talk about that? Niggas talking about Rand. Well, at least Rand on every day doing this thing, and he got his own way of doing his shit, right?
Corey play on the
And he's
game
fight
board.
back.
That's
Where
why
the
he's on
fuck is Corey at, bro? What happened to Coach Carter, bro? I can't even call him Coach Carter. I gotta call him Corey right
play
now.
on the game board.
Keep playing on the game, boy. Losing all the games, huh?
That's why. My opinion.
I
My
mean,
say.
Mind you,
I mean, this guy in year 1 was talking about him and Max in a
I was about to say,
conference
mind you,
championship game.
this can't be the same Tennessee coach.
Yeah, I think
All right.
that ship has sailed.
Mm-hmm.
Like that ship, like being like that ship has sailed.
I mean, did he pick the wrong team in the SEC? He saw all that speed and that
I was
quarterback.
just about to say, yo, that's
I
crazy. I
don't
was
think
just
he
about
picked
to
the
say,
wrong team.
I think
I
that
think it was
recruiting was a
wishful
lot harder than
thinking.
what he thought.
Yeah, I think it is. And the SEC, like for real, that shit need to be like studied. Like that's records right there.
The
Did he
only
like
thing,
not prepare? You feel like? Because I
the
feel like, all
only,
right, you got Taylor seniors come in, like it's a hard recruit there a little bit, but like I don't know.
I mean, Corey got to step it up. Bottom line, Corey got to step it up. All right, Arizona just beat the brakes off of Texas Tech, but Bop gonna cop out because he knows his roster ain't up to par, so he gonna cop out until I go over there and do something about it. So he gonna cop out because in his mind he can play with anybody, but his roster not good. So he gonna keep saying he the mud bull. He gonna keep saying he motherfucking Bobby Boucher and them in the mud bull. But that's his fault. You had a great roster year 1 and you didn't find a way to benefit off of that shit. And State got a fucking great roster. State got all their weapons back. Like they got a great roster
His net
coming
net
out of
not up to
quarterback play.
par.
Yeah, his net
Rolling on the
terrible.
floor
And he
laughing,
ain't the only
rolling on
one
the
that got
floor
bad net
laughing,
net.
rolling on the floor laughing,
You
rolling
know
on the
what? I'm gonna
floor
stop saying
laughing.
niggas got bad net net. It's just my shit be running on motherfucking Nasser shit. Everybody else shit running on motherfucking cable companies.
Yeah.
Right, because me and Max just played a hell of a game, and I didn't feel no connection to the no connection issues, and that shit popped up. Talking about how was the connection to your peer? That's that we on Space Cadet NASCAR shit. Oh my god. Oh my God, I'm laughing now. I'm about to be crying later. Oh shit.
Yeah, I think I don't see me in the Natty this year.
I don't see why.
They're gonna get close.
I think you just saying that shit as a
No, I'm being dead
competitor.
ass.
As a competitor, I just can't see how you sitting here talking like that. Like
We ready for Bama.
I just don't see it happening this year. We playing a young quarterback. The talent's there.
you played a first year quarterback who wasn't even a thrower and made it in one. I
I
think you
mean,
ignore. I think you ignore all the fucking players around that young quarterback. Like I think that puts you in a situation. Now, if you saying young receivers, young running back, young quarterback,
it's a
Max
young
just
nucleus
talking.
period for real.
yeah, it's effective. But you saw us get it done like that though. We were young everywhere.
He using reverse psychology and lol.
Yep.
It's always gonna be somebody that's got the vets, man. If I could stay away from them and get lucky, maybe. But
When you look at the Big Ten, that matchup, that was a hell of a game in overtime, bro. 49-42, hell of a game. That throw St. Clair made for the touchdown in the
yeah,
overtime was fucking ridiculous.
quite
And
disgusting.
that's the nutshell of what zones give you. Because the nigga was there, and because he backed up some more and got himself some more time, nigga started moving and shit. As soon as he saw that movement, he threw that bitch. Touchdown. Dot. Toe tap swag. The one motherfucker. Da-na-na. That was one of those moments right now. How about UCLA? They just keep stepping up. UCLA just keep beating motherfuckers we don't expect them to beat, bro.
I like UCLA.
Yeah, but
That's why I
UCLA
picked them.
also got their quarterback back though. Like they had a true freshman last year that they went fucking dummies with, and he's the fuck back in the building. I mean, he threw two picks in this game, but hey, he back in the building. So they got them a guy that, like on some Nico shit for a couple of years. They should be alright with. I like it. Um, Texas Tech, Penn State, they
UCLA certified.
and then down the stretch right now. I think Washington team wasn't ready. He has no excuse now, but his team wasn't ready. And Bama was not losing this game. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. I don't give a fuck if your team was 99 across the board. Rand would have not lost this game after losing to Georgia Tech week one. And if you know Rand history, that's why I say you can't really look at it like that. But I do agree that the Georgia Tech game can come back to haunt him. But just think of, if you ask Rand what's his percentage in week one games, bro, you can go back to 25. He always struggled on week one games. I think it looked heightened this year because we see all the turnover on his roster, all the portal niggas coming in and all that. So we think like, all right, they just not jail yet, and that's why Falk is like, we all right, but until we get a real interview from Rand, you're not gonna know his process. Right now, it look like he just an asshole. I'm not letting none of y'all get nothing in the portal. If I see anybody name on somebody in the portal, I'm gonna show y'all how to do this shit, son. Cause if he stole three, Falk took two, Max took one. If niggas ain't take the niggas I had on my board that was top two after the second week of the portal, man, them niggas started disappearing. Tic tac toe. Fuck up out of here. We ain't going to know. Nobody going to Colorado. Just because Dion liking it Boulder don't mean we going to fuck up there in the mountains. Fuck out of here. Oh my God. Florida State, Michigan should be a game. They used to look at the SEC in these matchups. They not playing SEC ball yet, so that's the good thing. Ohio State. What's going to be the SEC's record after week two?
AWHO got that safety.
Oh, I think Rand stole that safety or Max, one of them. I was first on his board. Falk was second, and then by week three, after
Rand
the week
got him.
three, somebody stole his ass. I think Rand got him. Yep. All right, so LSU. I mean, North Carolina. That's one loss for the SEC. That's one win for the SEC. Oklahoma, Ohio State. That's two losses for the SEC. Three losses for the SEC. Two wins for the SEC. Three wins for the SEC. We ready to find out what the Georgia Tech Florida game gonna be. 3-1. That's another loss. So that's one. 2, 3, 4. The SEC gonna take 4 losses this week against out of conference players. I want to know who the best running back in the country is after week 1. I'm going to stats. I want to see something right now because niggas talk about these quarterbacks and receivers and all that shit. And we want to know who the best receiver is too. But right now, Max, if you had to put your hand on running back, where you think it's what program you think it's coming out of? Best running back after week 1.
Um,
Because no niggas be sleeping on Tata, and every year he got a running back that's in the top
nah, his running
conversation
backs do
every
be
year.
shitting. Uh,
Derek Cooper is elite. He won 30 carries in 2 games, 315 yards. He averaging 11 yards a carry, 2
USC.
touchdowns. Alex Johnson in 2 games got 31 carries for 282, 9 yards a carry, and he got 5
Reggie
rushing
Bush
touchdowns.
2.0.
His name better be up here. I don't see no Ray Doe up here at all. Motherfucking Justin Baker, a fucking problem in 2 games, 32 carries, 253, 8 yards a carry, 3 touchdowns. But Walker goes from Georgia to Alabama, and he gets 22 carries in 2 games, 253, 12 yards a carry, 4 touchdowns.
I
Savion
might.
Hitter, I'm just going to say this, Antonio. You only reason why you got him is because every time I tried to
He
get a
only
running
played
back,
1 game.
my 5-star elite locked me out. So I couldn't go after Hitter. Hitter was number 1 on my board. There's no way you'd have got him. I'd have got the fuck out of his ass. I wanted him too. Savion Hitter. Hitter had him last year on Ohio State and motherfucking double R last year, 25. He balling though, 22, 25 carries. I think that's going to be the real issue because they had that other running back that's back too, but bringing him in, that changes the game for them over there. I like that, 125 yards a game. Max, I'm showing running backs, but I still ain't heard your mouth yet.
Face
Cause
with
I don't
tears
know.
of
I
joy
like
mechanical arm.
go back to the top. I like
We know Cooper going to get the carries. We know that. And it's
yeah.
surprisingly,
I
Alex
probably
Johnson with 31 carries. I know it's 2 games, but Alex Johnson with 31 carries in 2 games is surprising too, considering Arizona State whole receiver room is back.
yeah. I think I like Alex Hitter or Walker this year to like finish out top backs too for real. Like top 7 to 10.
And the ACC, what about Demond June? He back 93 overall
I
as a
think it's gonna be
junior.
the same case where like he's got 8 carries and all like a good amount of yards,
Nigga
but I
averaging
don't know
25
if
yards a carry, bro.
exactly. I don't
Who
know
the
if
fuck
it'll
he played
be.
week 1 to be doing that type of shit?
Huh?
I don't fucking know, man. Huh.
Huh?
That shit crazy. How about Marquise Daniels for Georgia in 1 game, 16 carries, 157 yards, 9.8, no touchdowns, but and he got Marquise Gibbs who had 11 carries. Yo, he went crazy in the run game. He looking like me out there. Oh my God. That's how my backfield looking. He had 1 guy with 11 carries, the other guy was 16. They both went over 100 yards. Both of them had 150 yards. And this is against Alabama, bro. Oh my God. Marquise Daniels, 16 carries, 157, 9.8. He ain't scored a touchdown. But Gibbs did. Marquise Gibbs. He had 11 carries for 149 and 2 touchdowns. I'm looking for the nigga from Louisville. K'Mon Spell. Where the fuck he at? There you go. K'Mon Spell, 13 carries, 63 yards. Come on, Rob. Big 12. Obviously, Alex Johnson as a super sophomore saying, look, 31 carries, I'm the guy. He got 5 rushing touchdowns already. And Ezekiel Ali from Kansas is going crazy. But Platter, 21 carries in 2 games, 188 yards, 9 yards to carry, 2 touchdowns. The 5-star freshman, KJ Edwards,
I think we're
18
gonna see a
carries,
lot
175,
of.
3 touchdowns.
I think we're gonna see a lot of these rooms be running back by committee too.
Yep.
There's gonna be very few rooms that are gonna be straight up like
My
bell
quarterback,
cow appearances.
13 carries, 137 yards, 10.5 yards to carry, 2 touchdowns. Uh, and then you're looking at Barry Bull, where he go? I just saw that. Tompkins, 24 carries on 122, 5.1, the big back. You got four running backs in Colorado getting the football, three running backs and the quarterback. And then CJ Edwards, KJ brother, is out here in Oklahoma State, 22 carries, 132 yards. Let's go to the Big Ten. Savion Hitter takes over, but there's another running back. I want to see where he at. Hold on. They got another one. They go Deshaun right there. They go to Reggie Bush at USC, 12 carries. He averaged 10 yards a carry. Zion Robinson, 6'3", 184 pounds, contact seeker. And he got 19 skill points. John Kiki, look at that speed from this elite running back. Oh my God. 95 speed. No. Oh yeah, quarterback. Fucking quarterback. I'm gonna get out of here. Sire Gaines, 11 carries, 73 yards. He ain't the bell cow over here, is he? Frank Bond, quarterback. Niggas got some quarterbacks up here. Where the backs at? Penn State. I'm looking for that other running back for not
Look
Caden
at
Dixon
Buddy
Wire.
Yak.
Man, where the fuck is Ohio State second running back? I think they had a guy that played all last year that came back. I mean, Deshaun gonna be a problem. Let's just call it what it is. 98 speed, 97 excel. This is Reggie Bush, and he got 5 catches for 221 yards already. What them backs looking like in the SEC? The guys that step over here: Cooper, Bo 253, Baker 253. Baker came back because they promised they would give him the football and put him in situations, and they doing exactly that. Yo, I think Boone might be right now to me the most dangerous offense in fucking the SEC. Only because I played him, I think is this team right here, Tennessee. Max. He got a receiver that he's just not throwing it up to. He's doing everything with that guy, and he's getting the ball to his other receivers as well. I know Boone played the complete game against me, bro, and that was scary.
The question is,
Can he do it?
can he act consistently? Got
That's
it in him, but
yeah.
this is gonna sound a little crazy what I'm about to say. When you and
I
him
can second
video
that.
game, he gets up for that matchup.
Yeah, definitely. I
That's
agree.
always been Boone. You know what I mean? He wants to be in those games where he feel like he knows he ain't supposed to win.
Yeah,
But when
I
he's
agree.
playing, other kind of video game, that's Boone's problem. Boone better than where he showed on too. But
Yep,
what we see and what other people see, like ass.
yep.
Don't have me 24/7. I was struggling. I was
I know.
confused. I knew what the fuck I was wanting to do.
Only
But when
problem
I
is,
say Mac, when I say Unc Nice, my like get the fuck out of here, Unc ass.
yep. Niggas be saying we just
Like
be
okay,
saying that because it's
Unc I
our
see Unc
yeah.
y'all
Y'all don't
going
see the
fucked up.
same player I see. That's why I said most niggas probably won't even respect Oregon until he whoop their ass. But when I play him, bro, he come to play, bro, and that shit. And you could always tell a motherfucker that know how to play football. Like, and there's two ways to play this game. You play the video game and know how to play football. And the guys that do both is great. And the guys that know how to play football, I play better games when I'm playing a football game, like a football game. And I think that's why my Oregon game was the way it was, although it was week one as well. But he'll come out there, and then most people don't realize a lot of his losses don't be him losing, it be him not playing them.
Right.
But we watched Matt go from Matt told you on headset, we got the recruiting down pat. We just got to start winning games, and they did exactly that last year. Started winning games.
Hmm.
My question would be right here though. I want to know how you feel about Noah Roberts. Noah Roberts is one of the best running backs in the 2027 class. Real life, look him up. He that guy. He went to IMG Academy. He left when my boy Tompkins came there. He went back to his high school. But 19 catches for 106 yards, and that's 2 games of football playing right now. What do you feel about him at 6'1", 195? How do you feel about the young gunner?
Um, I think we just. I feel like he's solid. I feel like he wants to be the bell cow. I think that's what he came here for, is a good deal of reassurance. Obviously, with AP being the coach, is definitely one of the guys he kind of physiques his game after. Uh, that like AP mixed with a freaking like like a Maurice Jones-Drew type, like pound for pound, get it done always, all assets type back. But he's just framed up a little bit small. He came in like buck 88 or buck 86, something like that. He didn't get his full freshman 15. So we're real adamant on him this year about just weight room and
Right now,
definitely
in two games,
running angry.
what's your player comp for him? Who he play like?
Uh, like Adrian Foster.
I like that. One cut and get it going. I can
Like
see
one
that.
cut, get it done, but strong, like strong. Like it's a strong one cut. Secure the ball, running through arm tackles. You could give it even maybe you could give it like a Zeke feel, college Zeke though. Again, one cut. I could do that shit a little bit, juke like da da da. Like I'm still an athlete, but like I'm ready to like run cut and like really run through your chest and run downhill,
One cut
north
and
south.
physical downhill. Yep,
Yeah,
north
north
south. Yep,
south. Yeah.
yep. Falk. Why would people? If I was to say Falk got the best running back in the country, and everybody be like, "Man, get the fuck out of here," why would they be wrong?
I
I
think,
just don't think you. Oh, you said Falk. My fault. I thought you was asking
yeah,
about Falk.
I think people look at running backs and look at what running, and they say, okay, well, but a guy like June, he does it both, man, receiving and running. And I think it's tough to when you got two Heisman winners your first 2 years. The receiver wins the Heisman, then your quarterback wins the Heisman. It's tough for you really to get touches.
Case in
So I
point,
think that would be the argument. I think you gotta look at him all purpose like a Marshall Faulk versus just a 300 carry guy, 1,000 yards rushing, 40 touchdowns. You gotta look at him maybe getting 1,500 yards rushing,
yeah,
1,000 receiving,
he's up here.
and
Yes,
23 to 25 total touchdowns.
I mean, Falk, the guy at East West playmaker with at 5'11", 228 pounds. I mean, put on 6 pounds since he's been there. Um, I mean, your weight room guy said that they don't want him. They actually want him down at about 215, 220. What do you guys say about that, and why does that matter? Because he's flirting with 230 pounds as a running back right now.
I mean, he wanted to bulk up, pause, with the wear and tear. In case this was a year he had to rely. We didn't know if Newkirk was leaving or not. And if Newkirk was leaving, then he was going to be the bell cow. Kirk staying for that 20 million NIL one season.
Yo, talk about
You
that
know,
Jordan NIL. Is that like a? I mean, think about it. I mean, Jordan is North Carolina for sure, right? But he's a booster. But he got the Jordan brand NIL deal, which stopped him from going to the league. Just talk to me about that, like how that took place, because they saying Jordan is trying to represent him as well as his agent when it comes down to the NFL.
yeah, one one of a kind type deal. Jordan came in pretty much the 11th hour after Lawrence Taylor reached out, Ray
Nice.
Bly, some North Carolina greats, Julius Peppers, and basically came to MJ and said, "Hey, listen, you got the resources. We could sense, we could feel a national championship. We've been knocking at the door. If this guy comes back for his senior year, got a great feeling we could do it." And Jordan said, "Okay, what y'all need?" He opened up the checkbook, and pretty much it's a lifetime deal. I mean, he's gonna get 20 million this season, and then when he goes to the NFL, he's gonna be a Jordan Brand representative. So,
The best receiver in college football is a true sophomore, and he's in Knoxville. Joel Wyatt for Tennessee. Argue with me, Max, on why he's not the best receiver in college football.
Um, so,
kind of can't argue that shit, right?
I
Like
was
he's
like,
really that
I
nigga, bro.
yeah, I
Like
don't
Boone,
know.
Boone is disrespectful on how because he took it to another game. Last year it was bombs away, but this year he's taking drags to the house with him. You can't stop him in one-on-one 50-50s, and he's running an offense through him. And when you checking for him, he's running his offense through him still, meaning he's getting it to other motherfuckers while he's using him as a decoy. And with that being said, he already has 522 yards receiving. He averaged 31 yards a catch, 8 receiving touchdowns right now, averaging 261 yards a game, 17 catches and 1 drop. 6'6", 206 pounds. He put on 6 pounds. And he's a 4.32 guy, right? Like 4.32. Damn near fucking around could argue he might run a 4.2 at the combine. Um, I mean, fucking dangerous, bro. Andre Young, 6'5". Like, is this the year of the big receivers? Because you just talked about Clemson and those two monsters he got over there. But Joe White is right now is leading the country in receiving yards. Then you got Andre Young, the contested specialist, 6'5", 216, over there in LSU. He's second with 17 catches, 379, and 3 touchdowns. Then you got my boy Sedarian Morgan at 6'5", 221. That's Terrell Owens' understudy. They went to the same high school. I keep telling y'all that's why he's gonna be at Colorado. This kid's a 4.2 guy for sure, 98 speed. He's also sitting at 6'5", 221. You start looking at Oklahoma's favorite receiver, ZZ Okwu, right? Zeke. He 6'4", 204 pounds. You starting to get the picture? Like the top receivers right now in the league are all 6'4" and above when it comes down to the user teams. Aldrick Harris for Washington, 6', 194 speedster. Look at Quincy Porter, Ohio State. He's 6'4", 211 pounds. He's from our way, Falk. I mean, we're looking at guys that got size on there. And why is that, Falk? Why do you think the guys that are the tall physical receivers are back? Especially when you got a nothing but RPO offenses throughout college football. Why the big receivers are getting love this year? I mean, look at Samarion Wingo. He's 6'2". I mean, you got guys size. Look, JVR Quarterman for the tight end. Rado, leading receiver for USC. I mean, guys,
I think that should.
why is the
I
big
think
body
it's just.
receivers back?
I think it's just the size up. Like, if you, I think some of these guys is learning how to size up their receivers with the frames. Can't always control exactly what height of the corner you can get, especially because a lot of them ain't like real. So you definitely got an advantage when you got these natural recruits coming out 6'4", 6'5". Some athletes pushing 6'6".
And I mean, look, we don't see Chris Henry up here, but Chris Henry's there. He a big body receiver.
hmm We didn't see either the two that Clemson have, but they supposed to be big bodies.
I like the receiver rooms. I mean, I went through the national stats. When you start looking at ACC, Miami's receiver 6 catches, 242. Um, Corey Sadler. I mean, Falk running around with the gadget looking receivers, the 5'9", the guys that can play multiple positions, and out there in North Carolina, like look, Sadler 5'9", you got Jefferson down here 5'9", but they demons with speed,
Go
getting
back
it
up
done.
a couple. Biggs is Clemson's receiver,
Where you at? Big, there
right
you
there in the
go.
middle.
And he's 6'4", 220. Already got
Big
9 catches for
one,
200
yeah.
yards. So, I mean, I like what we're seeing right now in the receiver room, but like Falk made a great point by saying Clemson gonna be a problem with them basketball players at receiver.
think you just gotta figure it all out, put it all together, because they definitely look like they're the statement of the league, like the bigger receivers.
It's going to be a situation, man. It's going to be a situation because I mean, it's early right now, but like if you had your favorites, like when you're looking at teams, like how many got like Arizona State literally brought back their entire receiver room, and because of that, I do think they're gonna. I mean, they're not up here, but like Jaron Hamilton coming back for his senior season, 4 catches, 115. They got guys over there, right? And Isaiah Mazzell still around? I thought he had hit the portal. Sure. Nope. Didn't hit it. I mean, you got Sincere Brown in Colorado. He's 6'5". Uh, I just think the weapons that's on these programs right now can be game changers. Uh, but like Max, let me ask you this: like, you got a young receiver room, right? Ohio State really got a nice receiver room that's returning. Arizona State got a team that they can rely on that's returning. North Carolina got a receiver room that's returning. When you got teams that are bringing their top receivers back down the stretch, how much does that help them?
I think it's big. I think for reliable throws, doing shit after the catch. Um, if you got a younger quarterback, it always pairs better to have a veteran weapons to get him the ball, um, timing routes and things of that nature. Getting 2 feet in, or I mean, getting 1 feet in. Make sure they're doing shit like that. I think it comes down to definitely having some veteran receivers, no matter how many reps they were getting early, even if they are young receivers. I think you'll still get some mishaps if you can't keep it controlled.
Now we know, you know, you got offenses going to sell the tickets, right? We know that, and that's why I said Louisville to me should be one of those teams we got to pay attention to. But and Tennessee as well, right? Tennessee fucking offense is super explosive the way he playing it right now. But my question is like defensively, what teams in the country you think defensively is going to be a problem down the stretch?
Um, I would say, I would say Colorado's. I like, I like Notre Dame's defense down the stretch too.
In the Big 12, I like Arizona State, Colorado's both their defenses, right? I think they both got really solid defenses and a lot of returners on that defense. In the ACC, I like Florida State.
I was about to say the ACC. I like Florida State's defense, and I like nah, really, I like Florida State's the most. Like, I feel like Florida State's gonna have a stingier defense than the rest of them.
North Carolina got
Um,
to answer a linebacker question. They got some young linebackers that started for them last year, and I think that was their Achilles heel in the playoffs last year. Their linebackers didn't give them the play they needed. They're a year removed from being freshmen. They're back at the middle linebackers right now. They did lose their top three edge rushers though.
that's what
Um,
I was about to say. What's their pass rush like?
yeah, they lost those guys, right? They lost top three edge rushers, but I do think they got better. Here's where they got better at. They got better in the secondary. When you start looking at like those type of teams, to me, like what you lost and what you brought back, right? Like look at your defense, what you lost, what you brought back. You're younger in the secondary this year, but your front seven
Hmm.
is pretty solid, right? A lot of those returner starters, right?
Yep.
Falk lost his top edge rusher, but Juju Peppers is back. And he's going to be playing snaps for the first time, right? This guy, it's not like he was on the field going crazy for them. Um, One season of action right now. He lost his other top edge rusher, but Black's still in the building. He's been around. Uh, then you're looking at the D tackle room. He's comfortable. Both those guys are back. And then when I talk about the linebacker room, they're all young, right? So redshirt sophomore Alexander at Mike linebacker. Griffin Haynes had to grow up. You got Burns is back as a junior. These guys are going to grow up. They were his Achilles heels last year against the run, but now they're better. I think they'll be better equipped at the run. So I like that. Like remember, the linebacker level was the weakness of this team last year, and it looks like it's the strength of this team this year, far as experience and overalls. But then I think they got better in the cornerback room. Remember, Falk had guys running 88 speed in his cornerback room last year, and the question is, some would say, well, you got an 86 freshman and two 84 and 85 without the green arrows up. Freshman that's ready to play right now, and he got shirts on him. And people will be asking why is he not playing that? I will be asking that question. But he has two receivers that are athletes that play both ways, Travis Hunter type. So they playing corner for him. Hold me down, Max.
I think that shit right there is gonna be interesting because with Falk's ability to move some things around and make sure he builds that shit right, two-way players is gonna be big. Or athletes in general using their full capabilities. Overall, though, Nick got the best quarterback in the league still.
Everything dying. Headphones died, not just now, but my phone just died on me and shit in the middle of an important phone call. But back to two-way players, right? Does that hurt him though? Like, let me ask you this. I get it, you want to keep some talent around, right? But in my opinion, I think you play these two freshmen. While you do got those receivers that could play corner for you, I think you need these guys off of shirts, right? Because then you're looking at Chasen Johnson, who's a 87 right now as a senior. Then you come down to Conley, and maybe this is why he's not playing them. I'm not going to play the red shirts. Conley is an 85 overall senior, and so is Jalen Thomas. He's an 85 overall senior. But your best corners, in my opinion, all got shirts on them right now. Like I think you need to get them on the field. What do you think about it? Because he playing two 5'9", 5'8", 5'9" corners that are receivers. They're gonna be working all day. They're your top two receivers on your offense, and then you're gonna have them playing. They starting on defense. Like they're going both ways. Like this is the first team we've seen outside of Travis Hunter doing it. Now they got two players actually playing both ways all game long. Me personally, I just think I'm not mad at it. You put your best players where you put them at, but like I just think he got good enough freshmen that can play right now, and you can use them as assets instead of needs. As far as the two receivers that play corner,
I definitely would be playing one of them. I wouldn't maybe be playing both. I would definitely would be playing one.
he still got Jamarion Gordon back, really good speed, and Peyton Waters back, and then that strong safety Patterson came back. So like it's weird because at his safety position, they're veterans, and I think that's going to hold him down, along with that linebacker room, while his edge rushers grow up, because his D tackles are stout, his linebackers are stout, his safeties are stout, and then at corner, you got veterans, and if there's any team that can get away with not having like the best corners on the field right now, you can get away with it. My only question to be is how much wear and tear are you going to put C.J. Sadler and Jay Jefferson through playing both ways? Ohio State been bringing them in. Bradford was the number one safety in his class. Holly was the number one safety in his class. They got true freshmen down here, Brandon Bayless, ready to play whenever they need him to play, and he ain't on a shirt. In their cornerback room, everybody in his room is playing. Nothing but blue chip there. Childs is at outside linebacker. He's solid as fuck. Their Mike linebackers, they got a really good dog, but they lack speed at the middle linebacker position. Does that hurt them? You got to play it. What did you see? How did it look when you played them? Because when you look at their Sam linebacker, any one of these guys can play Mike as well. So I think they good there. It comes down to what they look like on the D line. D tackle, they solid. 3 deep for sure. And in the edge room, they can go as far as 4 deep at right edge. And at left edge, they can go 3 deep. 4 if they wanted to. They got veterans there. I think this is the type of defense you want to go into the playoffs with because of the experience you got up front. I think they'll cause problems in the playoffs. It's funny that Jake Cool only a redshirt sophomore because he's been playing. I feel like he's been on the field forever. When you look at this edge room, I like it. I like your edge room. Is the guy this year, and you three deep with Matthew Nelson playing as an elite is going to play all year this year at the linebacker level and D tackle level. You really solid there, three deep for sure. Looking at Sam, got some good size and speed there. Mike linebacker, true freshman, going to play a lot this year. He really got good speed. And then Will linebacker, you got James playing with two red shirts there. And then in your secondary is where you get young at. Although they're dogs, sophomore Tristan Haynes, red shirt freshman 5-star, number 2 corner in the 27 class. Then you're looking at upperclassmen right here. So in my opinion, I just think time. Like it's early right now. When we start to get to week 5, 6, 7, they're going to start to show themselves. You're going to be senior ridden here. Gullery is back as safety. And then that strong safety red shirt sophomore is back. So I think it's really too early to talk defensive conversation right now. But like I think as the seasons go on, you're going to start to see guys show themselves because whoever can get stops is going to be playing late when they come out of their playoffs. All right, we gotta get these games moving, man. There's some games that ain't been played yet that we gotta get moving. We great tear the chat up and get y'all guys active. With that being said, we out of here. Catch y'all on the rebound. You heard?